Hello there, and welcome back to a Goblin's Lair. I am back with the lovely Trevor, and I am so excited. You were just on a trip, and you're back. You made it back just in time to hang out with us.
Yes, God, it was a whirlwind to be completely fair. It was like, hey, do you want to be on a Godzilla panel? Sure. Oh, it's Saturday at Comic Con. Okay, what time? 2 o'clock. So I drove down, parked, found a place with a tasty sandwich and a bunch of Bloody Marys,
Yep.
went on the panel, was on a panel for an hour, walked back, went to a really cool immersive experience tavern that we're going to talk about, and then got cleaned up, went to dinner with friends, and drove back to LA.
That sounds like
It
just
was like,
such a perfect trip to me.
oh yeah, it was like a good solid 18 hours of just okay. It was
It's
kind
nice
of
and
rad.
simple, like bing bang boom, though. Like, it doesn't sound like anything got, like, messed up on your trip, because that always happens on trips. Like, something, you've forgotten something, or something needs to come up, or you lose something. Like, there's always a thing.
Yeah, it was completely and totally stress free. Like there was a brief moment of stress because Comic Con, in a beautiful way this year, they enforced a mask mandate and they enforced a vaccination and or negative test within the last 72 hours mandate. It was fucking rad,
Good,
and there
yeah.
were a lot of people there, and like anywhere close to the convention center or the hotel that my panel was in, masks everywhere. I did not see a single person without a mask inside a building. Most people on the outside didn't. Most people on the outside had masks on, and it was just kind of like, right on. I'm still gonna literally watch the numbers to see what happens, but it was really cool. The only thing that was a slight hiccup is you had to. It was a multi-stage process. You had to take your proof of vaccination and or test with and mask to a like a like a line that would then check all that and then give you a wristband, which means you got through and you were approved. And it was like 10 minutes before the panel, and I'm in this long line. And I asked the guy, I'm like, excuse me, is this the line for public for vaccination, the whole thing? He's like, yeah. And he looked at my badge and it was a professional badge. He's like, oh, are you a professional? I'm like, yeah, my panel's in like 10 minutes in that building. He's like, come here. And just like, okay, here's your shit, wristband, go. Cool, bye.
Da, da,
It
da,
was kind of
da.
cool. Yeah, so that
Special
was the
treatment.
only hiccup that turned out not to be a hiccup.
Yeah, this is the potential
So
hiccup that almost was. The hiccup that never was.
yeah, right. It's that moment that you're kind of like, no, I'm fine. Yeah, it's like the faux hiccup, the semi burp, the kind of you're gonna clench and go, nope, not farting. It's that kind of deal. It was fucking rad.
All right, well, there's a Dungeons and Dragons movie coming out, and that's what we're here to
Oh
talk about
yeah,
today. This
March
is
2023.
this monstrosity.
I was terrified for the movie before seeing the trailer because they did brief things on Twitter where they
Mm.
showed
Hmm.
the changing digital posters, and it was like, here's Chris Pine and he has a lute, and it's like Chris Pine with a little bard symbol and all that.
Yeah.
And I saw that and I immediately got flashbacks to way back in the day. TSR decided to go, let's make Dungeons and Dragons available to all through a board game called Dragon Strike that you play along with a VCR tape. Some of the worst acting, green screen, and all that, but those motion posters immediately made me think of that,
Oh
and I panicked.
no.
And then I
Yeah,
also
yeah.
thought of the Jeremy
PTSD
Irons movie,
flashbacks.
and I panicked. And yeah, and I'm just like, oh God, this is gonna suck. And I
I'm
mean,
not gonna lie. I actually kind of have a little piece of my heart in that old Jeremy Irons Dungeons and Dragons movie for no other reason than it's campy and awful, and I love it.
yeah,
So
so
bad.
the weird, creepy, gray skinned dude is cool. Jeremy Irons chews scenery like, oh dear
It's
God,
like he
just
took a it, it's like he took a piece of that, you know, that bubblegum tape.
Yeah, and
Instead
just
of
kept going.
eating it like tape, he just took the whole thing out and shoved it in his mouth.
Yeah, and oh, great. And then like Thora Birch was like just off of American Beauty and like in like high art picks. And then all of a sudden it's like I am in the most uncomfortable high collar fucking spiky shit and holding aloft a scepter and summoning dragons. And that whoever made that original movie is like, okay, it's called Dungeons and Dragons, so let's have them in a dungeon and let's have some dragons in it. And one of the Wayans brothers is going to be a thief. And we got our movie. And we need to have star power, so get
We're
Jeremy
gonna call him
Irons.
Snail.
Yeah, right. I mean, and that flashes back to Mouse from Lady Hawk. It's like, okay, the thief named Mouse, that's cool. The thief named Snails?
Well, I wonder if that was the joke.
I don't know.
Like they were trying to make a joke. They're usually called like Rat or something, so let's call him something stupid like Snail.
Right.
Because he's slow.
But like,
I could see a player doing that, to be fair.
Oh shit, I've done it. I've got
you know what? I could see that movie, if you view that movie as if it's just like an absolute chaos actual game. There are people actually making these decisions, and the DM's not very good. And they're like a bunch of kids, and they're just being stupid.
So that's a fascinating thing. I would love to see that if there's a moment in this movie, because we'll get to some of the things that for some reason a bunch of people are up in arms about. I would love to see cut scenes of a game table and like players going, "You're gonna do what?"
That would be fun.
It would be a fun like or like a PS, like one of the stingers, like the mid-credit scenes, things like that of like, you know, the DM taking down his screen and all his players going, "The fuck was that?" It would just, I think it would be rad if they do that, and who knows, they might. Apparently there's apparently according to sources, there's Critical Role cameos, whether or not it's them as them or them as characters or them in the background or voicing something, who the fuck knows. But I would love to see, like, I mean, are we going to watch the trailer first or are we just going to get into it? Are we going to watch the trailer? Can we watch the trailer on this? I don't know how
I've got it set up, so fuck them.
Right on. Like, I mean, we could get a copyright strike, but at least you're all watching live.
Yeah, I'll we'll play and pause through it, so that way they won't get us into too much trouble.
Because I have a moment where I've already scripted the cutscene, and it cuts directly to like a Critical Role home game.
Yes. Okay. I would also love to see, if it's not them, I would love to see Muppets. Muppets would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, you've watched some of the D&D Muppet stuff, right? Like
no,
Perception Studio.
I have not seen the D&D Muppet stuff. I have managed to miss the D&D.
Perception Studio does, and I've been in it a couple times, where so they do like chat time with Cucumber and Chunk and like cool stuff, but they also do a West March style D&D game with players and characters that come and go.
That's so cool.
But 3 of the cast members are fucking puppets.
Glorious.
And it's amazing, and it's 100% adult themed.
I love it.
Just, yeah, wow. But yeah, Perception Studio on Twitter, they are fucking hysterical. They're good friends of mine, and yeah, if you want to see D&D and puppets, check them out. And they also have some really good shows on there. But yeah, D&D and puppets. It's called Perception Check.
Perception Check.
Yeah.
All right, I'm here for it. I'll look it up after the show for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
come on, D&D and puppets.
D&D and puppets. So I've got up here now.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
we got the trailer. That's just how it starts, by the way. That's the first frame.
Wait, the first frame is the explosion.
Yes,
thing?
That's the first frame.
So I immediately have a nitpick on this.
Yeah, go for it.
But not because of what it is, because of all the people's
Oh wait, no,
idiotic
I lied.
reactions to
This
it.
is the first frame. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, it's a great shot of 3/5 of the party.
I can see the druid in the background, potentially druid.
Yeah. The little there's a bit of tiefling. The paladin is missing. So we have the sorcerer on the left,
Yep.
tiefling druid behind him, Chris Pine the bard, and the barbarian Michelle Rodriguez. And I like the fact that
Michelle Rodriguez.
The depiction of the barbarian isn't the
Naked.
either the red Sonja boob armor, like super sexy thing,
Yeah.
or it's like, no, it's actually all of their outfits are very serviceable and totally like legit as
what you would
as
be
fantasy
wearing in
combat
this kind of a setting. Yeah,
totally.
they're
And
they're
it's
applicable
rad.
and effective. Res Instance gave us 100 Australian for the inevitable demonetization, so thanks, Res. You're
Oh
sweetheart.
wow, damn, right on.
All right,
Coming
you
out in
ready?
force. Yeah, let's do this.
Let's start this nightmare.
Oh god. Oh, that's right. This is the trailer coming soon. Or
The trailer
starts
into
now.
the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer.
What is
of the trailer.
this?
I don't know. So in the larger trailer, we'll see they're going into some kind of tomb or Underdark or dungeon, and they
Yeah.
open a arcane magical chest thing, and they pull out this helmet.
Yeah.
And the paladin pulls it out and looks at it and the whole thing, and you don't even fucking see it for the rest of the trailer until this moment where the sorcerer is doing something hardcore. And not just hardcore as in, oh, maybe it's Thunderwave. No. Because in the next scene in the trailer, you see this radiant and this sound or psychic wave or whatever the fuck it is traveling throughout the city like shockwaves.
Yeah.
So no, I have no clue what this is. I have no idea what the magic item is, but it's a rad effect that, okay, hard material objects are not stopping this, and shit's about to hit the fan. So it's kind of cool. Maybe it's some like horrific thing that's taking control of him and causing bad things to happen.
Oh, his eyes haven't changed color, so that's usually the indication that something bad's happening to somebody that they can't control.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm really digging the visual effects in this because, like, damn.
Yeah, that looks good. Like this looks high budget.
Yeah.
All right, official trailer starts now.
Starts now.
Here's the thing.
So right
We're
there,
a team of
this whole sequence has to be. I am putting money on it right now that is Waterdeep.
Is that a hot
Forgotten
air
Realms,
balloon?
Sword Coast, yes.
Nice.
And then you've got the a Grand Coliseum. You've got the whole. It's like the beautiful thing because it's built on Mount Waterdeep, the main keep and all that. But it's like it can only be a handful of places if they're sticking with the Forgotten Realms, and they're 100% sticking with the Forgotten Realms.
Right.
It's either Waterdeep or Neverwinter, but the area around it doesn't look like Neverwinter because Neverwinter, the reason why it's called Neverwinter is because it's in a temperate region surrounded by fucking snow.
Yeah, there's no
The
indication of
mountains
snow
are not
here.
snowy unless, like, because of YouTube artifacts or something, maybe way off the distance, but
Ugh.
it's either
Those are
either
it's
Waterdeep or
spiky. It's
Neverwinter.
spiky back there. Those are trees sticking
Yeah.
out at the tops.
Yeah, so I am betting this is Waterdeep, which
Yep.
is fucking rad.
That's
They're
really
just like-
cool.
it's like here is the most adventuresome part of the Forgotten Realms. Ta-da!
This is what it looks like. Look at the boat. Look at the
Right?
boat. Captain Jack
Look at
Sparrow
the
lives on that boat.
I know, right?
Your character
Except
could
it's
be
like-
your character is somewhere in that city.
Right? Yeah. Think about that. It's like, are you in a Forgotten Realms campaign? Well, guess what? Here's a visual depiction of Waterdeep.
Yeah, that's very cool.
I
thing.
love it.
we're a team
It's so
of
good.
thieves.
So okay, wait,
Do
go
that.
back slightly to that plaza. Everybody remember this shot. You have the red banners with the sunburst in the back, blue banners over the character's right side, You've got 4 of the party members. Paladin is not here. You've got the big gold dragon statue on the fountain and all that. So remember this shot, because at the end of the trailer, all hell breaks loose in this plaza.
The fountain is also shaped like the stars as well, like the burst.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've got a hypothesis about that that dragon statue.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do this,
so here's the weird chest, and there's Paladin holding the helmet.
So we get, that's our first shot of all the party members.
Yeah, and they're in some sort of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then somebody standing off to the side that we can't really see.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's Hugh Grant.
Who knows?
Yeah, because Hugh.
It's hard to tell what he's holding.
Yeah.
Oh, he opened it. He opened it. He's got the top part. He's holding the top part.
Okay, so now I have a hypothesis on this entire thing. So big chainy platforms, lots of lava, red glow, dude unlocking something.
Mm-hmm.
My money is on that. This is this is the Durgar city of Gracklstugh in the North Dark of the Underdark. That has a very massive volcano and everything nearby because of something that lives there. And we see that toward the end of the trailer. So remember, fire, flames, and shit everywhere.
Something regional effects.
Yeah, like layered effect. Yeah.
Interactions.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And I'm guessing it is Gracklstugh, the Durgar city. That could be one of the keepers of the flame, one of the priests there that is unlocking this magic chest. I didn't even catch that before, that whoever that is holding something that may have unlocked this. It rad.
Looks like it, because if you look at the front of it, right, it's got this, like, see how it's shaped? It's shaped,
like square diamond thingy. And
yeah,
then,
and then
holding
it's
a
got
square
the
diamond thingy.
Yeah.
Yeah, good eye. Nice
I do
call.
art.
True. That's a good point.
You've got your 20K coming up, by the way.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that. Where am I at? Let me. It's like I'm not looking at Twitter right now. I'm currently at 19,937.
Hey.
And yeah, I've got a massive 20K plus giveaway that not a lot of people keep looking, but I'll like put it out. It's fucking D&D trailer Comic-Con weekend. So
yeah,
people are kind of like, wait, what? So yeah.
Hey, listen, you want a D&D giveaway? Go to his Twitter and go and follow and do the steps. Go enter the giveaway. Hell yeah.
If I can get to 20,500 people, every 100 after 20K, I'm adding something new cool. So like the first one is at 20K is one of my dice boxes from Elderwood Academy. The next one is a set of dice from Die Hard. And like the third one is a custom painted dice box. And then I think I'm doing a giant D20 from Work of Whimsy Studio.
That's so cool.
A copy of Adventures of Spelljammer, the new book that's coming out. The new set that is coming out. And then if we get to 20,500, I'm putting in a free jersey from Geeky Jerseys. Any jersey you want that is available, if it's a custom, if it's a direct ship to order, whatever. It's like, yeah.
Well,
here,
guys,
if I get to that drawing jersey, it's a fuck ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'll give people time to. I think I decided to run it till like the end of August because that's when I'm driving to DragonCon.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah. You guys know what to do. There's the link. Also, link is in the description. You want some cool free shit?
Twitter.
Go follow on Twitter.
Tattoos and bones.
Yeah. All right, let's find out.
Back to this. Yeah.
I'm curious as to know what the paladin is a paladin of. You can kind of see a little bit what's on his chest here, but it's not very clear. So let's just keep going and see.
Yeah. like ancients, fucking redemption, glory. I don't know. Yeah.
Sometimes those enemies come looking for revenge.
Revenge. They're on that boat.
This right here, I freaked the fuck out. Because finally, we have a dragon that doesn't breathe fucking fire.
Yeah, look at that. That looks it looks so gross.
That is a black dragon, fresh from the swamps.
Yep.
Breathing a stream of fucking acid on everyone. And that's the thing. When it comes to the different breath weapons of the chromatic dragons, yeah, red dragons fire. The white dragons with basically the cone o' frost, yeah, it's pretty bad. Green dragons, they're
poison.
Puking up poison clouds, and it's like basically a very bad cloud kill spell. Blue dragons, big thing of lightning, but then it's like you're getting shocked or poisoned or frozen or burned. You are being liquefied by acidic bile being throated out by this hyper intelligent ancient creature. That is fucking disgusting.
That is not gonna go well. I think this one should be the black dragon's damage ought to be one of the higher damaging breath weapons.
Oh yeah. I firmly believe that, and they are the most vicious of all of the dragons. So the white dragons are like
violent, and they're mean, and they're strong, and they're smart about it.
Yeah, because you've got the red dragons. They think they're the rule of the roost because that is Queen Tiamat's favored head. The blue dragons are the desert dwelling, super smart, that kind of shit. The greens are haughty as fuck. The whites are a little bit bestial. They're like considered the least intelligent and smallest of the chromatic dragons, even though they're devious as fuck. And then you've got the black dragons that are just, I am embracing chaotic evil. I am living in a fucking swamp, and everything is decaying around me, and fuck you.
Remember when we talked about the alignments last time you were here, and the alignment for the evil alignments were chaotic evil was everyone is a corpse?
Yeah.
That's this. Everyone is a corpse. If there's even a corpse left.
Yeah, this is everyone is a corpse.
Yep.
There's the scene of everyone is a corpse.
Yep. Everybody who's there melted by acid breath. It almost looks like rock. Like that's how viscous it is. That it's making, if you listen to it, it's making like this sticky slapping sound when it
like roll back slightly and just let it slurp.
And look at the ground. It's just smoking. Yeah. And just burning away. And look at this spray. He's doing it again.
It sounds like the dragon is vomiting.
Yeah. He also sounds like the T-Rex noise.
Yeah, I mean, there's that. But yeah, and then it's landing on a trebuchet that is full of some sort of explosive.
Yeah.
Like some sort of like siege explosive, and that whole thing goes bye-bye. Because acid, burning, bad.
Icarus said it's asphalt. He's making a street. He's helping.
That's fantastic.
There's
so good.
If people are gonna rules lawyer the hell out of this, which we know about, right? We know that this is happening.
Yeah.
They're rules lawyering the Owl Baron. We're gonna get to that. If people really wanted to rules lawyer, dragons can't do that twice in a row unless they get really lucky.
Yeah, they roll a 6. Okay, so that was
roll a 5 or a 6.
Legendary action of breath weapon, and then rolling a 6, and it's next in initiative, and doing it is like brr, 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 brr. Here's the thing: it's a fucking movie, and you are not playing at that table.
Yep.
Ta-da!
And remember, a round is only 6 seconds long, and I think a lot of people forget about that when you're watching a movie. It's like, no, he's had enough time to roll that. He just got really lucky and re-rolled got that 5 or that 6 right away.
Yeah. So. And that's the thing. Like, if you look at some of the spell descriptions in 5th edition and you follow those to the letter and everything, like duration 1 minute. That's 10 rounds.
Yep.
damn.
Yeah, I count
Like,
that as basically like 4th edition used like per encounter. That's basically the way
Yeah.
I treat those. Like this, whether it lasts technically a minute or not, I'm the DM. I'm not going to time it. So I'm going to be like, it lasts until the end of the encounter, unless for some reason
Yeah.
this encounter goes really, really, really long. Like it's a non-combat encounter.
I've done like long slogging combat encounters where it's just like there's a lot of people, a lot of tactics being used, lots of movement and everything. And I've watched minute duration spells stop and the party just goes, fuck. I'm like, uh-huh.
Oh no.
Yeah.
We took too long.
Yeah, you be screwed. And oh god, it's just like wow. And then it's
fun.
It gets wild. Yeah. It gets fun like that.
Remind me when we're off air. I wrote up in the Discord, so join us in the Discord. I did it live to sort of help people learn how to write their own encounters. I built a one-shot for my family for the holidays while I'm away. Yeah, so I'll tell you what the story is when we're off air.
Yeah, no, I want. Yeah, I'll do that.
Fun.
I don't know why I'm not on the Discord.
It's a murder mystery. I'll send you the link.
Very cool.
The murder mystery. All right.
Oh, beautiful black dragon. And then he does it again.
Yeah.
Now, holy shit! Paramount and Hasbro got a licensing for a Led Zeppelin song.
Yeah, I know, right?
So
now this is what's gonna get me copyright struck, by the way. It's fucking Led Zeppelin song.
Like holy shit. First, it was like Thor.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi's like, hey, can we do this? Now I think Led Zeppelin's like, our shit in movies? Sure. Or
yes.
No, I think it started honestly with School of Rock.
Oh God,
Black.
I loved that movie. That movie was so much fun.
Yeah, doing an immigrant song.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then like all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, Led Zeppelin in a movie. That's weird. And then Led Zeppelin basically being the soundtrack to Thor Ragnarok and Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
No, Love and Thunder is like Guns N'
the
Roses and shit
one,
right now. But yeah, and then this
Ragnarok.
This started, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
Hell yeah.
Paramount. But
good
yeah,
choice.
So we will get copyright struck. So at least you're watching this live.
Yeah. Thanks.
Truth be told, we
so,
have the wrong
right there.
Wrong person.
No. Okay. Go forward. There. That is a fucking Harpers pin.
Fuck me. That is such a blink and you miss it.
Yep. I caught that on like the third watch through. That is a Harpers pin. The Harpers of fucking Forgotten Realms, of the Sword Coast, the big fucking deal. And he is armored up, wearing a Harpers pin.
Yeah, if you look at his outfit now, it is much more like leathers rather than what we were seeing him in earlier, which was like a cloth armor.
How much Bardy is our bard?
How Bardy is our bard?
Multi-class? Yeah.
Is our bard really a bard?
Is this like one of the Bangers? You know, is he a bard ranger? Or, you know, something like that? Like, what's going on here? Because Harpers are wild. And this is let me pull up.
We're going to get a liar reveal in this movie. God damn it. I hate the liars revealed liar subplot, and everybody hates him, and he's like, I'm sorry, I had to lie.
Yeah, so he's either a Harper or he's working on behalf of the Harpers.
Or they visit them at some point, they give him a magic cloak at the very least.
I mean, yeah, because if they are in Waterdeep, the Harpers are absolutely in Waterdeep. They're in Burdusk. They're in. I'm waiting for the fucking article to load. But yeah, it's just like that's the fucking Harpers. It's the crescent moon and the harp. It's a little stylized and it's like it's pinned to a fucking cloak. But how badass if that is a Harper's pin and a cloak of Elvenkind.
Either a cloak of Elvenkind or maybe the cloak of displacement.
Yeah.
That would be interesting as well.
Yeah, that would be rad. Because if we're getting the Harpers, like,
Well, they are
we
being
gonna get
stealthy up
references?
to this point. If you notice, the other girl is also wearing the tiefling girl is wearing a same colored hood.
Yeah.
So the cloak of Elvenkind would be
So
more likely. And they're
so
being
are
stealthy.
they
They're
like?
sneaking somewhere.
Did they pull these out of Harper's Hold and Waterdeep? Are we
Maybe.
going to get references to Silvery Moon and the Shadowdale, and or the Lord God Wizard himself, Elminster?
Oh God, no,
Because
no.
this is like all. Well, he was fucking on the
Yep.
High Harpers Council
Yep.
when he was when he was a kid. Before he was like ye olde ancient wizard. But holy fuck.
Maybe he's
It's like-
been hired by them, or they got their help for something. It could be
Yeah,
a
it's
lot
like,
of
I'm
things.
I am waiting for just somebody to just toss off a random thing like Myth-Dranor. Like, the audience goes nuts.
Everybody
Forgotten
stands up and
Realms
loses their
is-
mind.
Right. I mean, Forgotten Realms is one of the oldest. It's like you have Greyhawk and you have Forgotten Realms.
I saw somebody say, I don't think it was you that said 4 out of 10, no Drist.
Right. I mean, that's the thing.
And I said, yet.
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 Oh yeah, I mean, okay. And here's the thing: if Honor Among Thieves goes huge, and they are 100% doing Underdark shit, because we'll get to that in the trailer. Like, dear God, are we doing Underdark shit?
We're gonna rated R movie that has Menzo Baranzan as like a big city point.
Right? Whoa.
Wouldn't be the first R-rated D&D movie.
Yeah, you told me about that earlier, and I still don't believe those exist.
Yeah, there's been 3 other D&D movies, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know. There's the one with Journey Irons that everybody does know. That was in 2000. Then there was in 2005, it was Wrath of the Dragon God, I think is what it was called. And then there was another one that came out in 2012, which was called Dungeons & Dragons 3, something, something, something. I've already forgotten. I might still have it pulled up. Hold on. I do. The Book of Vile Darkness, and that one is an R-rated movie. It's an hour and 30 minutes long. It's got a 4.4 out of 10 on IMDb.
I don't believe those movies actually exist. I think that is all government nerve gas studies and flashing lights. So you actually go to watch the film, and it's just sequences of lights that you think you're watching it, but you're actually blanking out for 90 minutes and going to assassinate somebody.
I'm going to do my best. Oh my God, it would be super duper cool is if they're hired by the Harpers, or the Harpers help them out for whatever reason, because there's some special MacGuffin reason. And as they're like going into the meeting, the companions are leaving. You just see them like go around the corner.
Oh wow.
And that's the Critical Role cast. And they're on their way out. Critical Role cameo.
Special appearance by Ashley Johnson as Caddy Bray. Sam Riegel as Brunner Battlehammer.
Regis.
It's like Matt. Right, yeah. Matt Mercer as Driss Duarden.
I don't think he would. I don't think Matt would ever play Drist. He'd be like, I can't do blackface.
Yeah, valid, or purple face, as the case may be. But I gotta say, they fucking tackled that in this trailer, and I'm impressed. I'm super impressed.
Let's keep going.
Yeah,
Harper's pin.
Since that is the Harpers, I 100% know the plot of this film, and I will tell you, because that has confirmed what I think what's happening.
Yeah.
The wrong person steal the wrong thing.
That right there. So, he's wearing a Harper's pin.
Yeah.
Here is this dude, and everyone is saying, "Oh my God, Vecna!" No,
that's not going to be
Vecna.
Not Vecna.
This is Sauce Tom, the Lich King of the Red Wizards of Thay.
Oh my God, I forgot about this guy. This guy's been around, particularly in Waterdeep, forever.
Yeah. So Harpers are the absolute, like, we're talking favored enemy is the Red Wizards of Thay.
Yeah. He's got the red cloak. He's got, like, there's like a whole bunch of them there doing some kind of blood ritual.
Yeah. But It's more than that. So because the next shot after this, whatever this magic item, this horn they're holding, and somebody said like, oh, it's the horn of Orcus. It's like, it's not the horn of Orcus, because the horns of Orcus are an Exandria Critical Role thing.
Yeah.
So I have no idea what the fuck this is. It's going to be some sort of MacGuffin that they are probably going to do an errata sheet for. Like there is 100% going to be a Honor Among Thieves, Unearthed Arcana. Like this is, yeah.
Here's the stuff we
we'll
made that's exclusive to the movie.
Yeah.
Why would they not? Like, here, we wanted to print some money.
Right. Do you like Honor Among Thieves? Here's a supplement.
Yeah, here's a supplement. Here's our exclusive circle of the monstrosity druid.
Right.
That's what that's gonna be.
It's like, so this sequence right here is creepy wizard warlock holding the MacGuffin, and then shot of Sauce Tom holding the Lich King of the Red Wizards of Thay, holding it with
you can see the harp a little bit better here.
Yep. And if this is all going off in this whole sequence, so let's play it forward here. You get the tracking shot. Those are the creepy tendrils. And then you've got the undead Lich King. Now it's the next sequence that nails it.
Being creepy, so blood tendrils.
So, yep, creepy Lich guy. Okay, right here, the crowd is running towards somebody on the left-hand side,
and it's
watch
red.
What happens? It's a whole army of bald red wizards.
Right there. See, bald.
It is the Red Wizards of Thay, the demonologists.
Right there.
Yep. It is an entire wall of the Red Wizards of Thay.
And they're running into them, and then they're just like imploding as well.
Yeah, they're maybe Wall of Force, maybe something. I don't know, but
because they just disappear.
100%. Yeah. This is 100% a Harpers versus Red Wizard of Thay story.
That's so cool, though. So
yeah, the Red Wizards of Thay are attempting to fuck up Waterdeep yet again.
Oh, shocker. So,
yeah, the Thay Mount is going, fuck it. We're starting to do this in Waterdeep yet again.
So this bitch.
This is a rad scene.
Yes. She is blocking arrows that are coming to hit her.
Everyone is saying this is time stop. I think she's casting slow.
And it's like going out?
Yep. Because slow is an area effect spell.
Hmm.
Time stop is not. Time stop stops time for you. Everyone is watching this happen. So if you hit play right here.
But we're going to fix it.
So Chris Pine and the sorcerer, they're watching the slow. They made their saving throw. Everybody else did not.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I think she's casting slow.
That would make sense. And they're running away from her after they got her the item that they shouldn't have given her.
Right. So yeah, I think that's slow. Which would be rad. There's so many spell references in this fucking movie, in the trailer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's ballsy of them to be putting, because this is wizards. This is wizards against wizards. This is one kind of wizard versus another kind of wizard, with varying wizards in between, including a sorcerer who's in the back there doing his whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So
which that could be anything. Until we see that go off, we don't know what that is.
Right. Yeah, so the party sorcerer is doing casting. The evil lady is doing casting. Mm-hmm. Maybe the bard is going to end up doing casting. You've got the Red Wizards of Thay, which is nothing but an entire evil cult of demonologist casters. It's just like there's a lot of fucking magic going back and forth, and I love it.
It is such a nerd out.
Yeah.
We're going to fix it.
So how do we pull that off?
That is the Neverwinter Woods with a watch spider.
There we go. There. See the spider on the right-hand side?
Right. Yep, and those are the Neverwinter Woods. So Waterdeep, Neverwinter, and we definitely go to that ice prison, which is a rad story in of itself.
Look at all those pines.
Yeah, it's actually really pretty. Like, welcome to British Columbia.
I'm kind of curious about how they made this scene because it doesn't look like they CGI'd it. It looks like they actually like spray painted and like dusted the whole area that they were filming in.
They may have dusted it. It may be visual effects.
Might be a little bit of
because
both.
they could have because they could have marked areas where they wanted it to be red, maybe put some like fake like red roots and stuff, and then they already have the lighting and everything they need for to do any kind of visual effects.
Got a fog machine in the way background there.
Yeah. And I mean, and of course the giant fucking spider is like absolutely visual effects, but
yeah, he's hanging out. He's hanging out.
Yeah, it's so like that is I try and paint that visual for my players.
Yeah.
It's like you're riding in a very small group along a forested path. You know, the bases of the tree are stained with some sort of red markings. You hear the chittering of some animal. Yeah, it's just like that is evocative of a damn D&D adventure. Yep. I love it. I fucking love it.
I think that this movie is going to do one of two things, and I think it's really going to do both. Is that it's going to up the expectation of DMs, and it's going to provide DMs a lot of resource.
100%, yeah.
Between like there will even be, particular visually.
There will just accept it now. There will be a supplement for this film.
Oh yeah.
The entire adventure of the film will be a supplement.
Yeah.
They'll just do it.
Yep. Why would they not?
It has to be done.
It'd be such a wasted opportunity. Like, how could you set all this up and then not sell a book?
Yeah, they may not sell it. They may give it out like the like Spelljammer Academy and the Monsters of the Multiverse and stuff like that. It may just, now that they own D&D Beyond,
it would be so cool though if they like gave out hard copies at the premiere.
I know, right?
Oh.
I'm trying to finagle premiere.
Oh my god!
It's not until March. I've got time.
March of next year. Yeah.
Yeah, but
can't be March of this year, I guess. Obviously.
Right. Welcome to the D&D Honor Among Thieves interactive time traveling experience.
Hey. If you get to go, you've gotta like tweet like a thread of like what's going on, reactions to what's happening.
Oh yeah. But if I get a +1 and you want to come out to LA,
or
I have a
Seattle passport,
or wherever the fuck they're gonna do it.
I have a passport.
You have a passport? Perfect.
I have a passport. Oh, weasel my way out there. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! All right, let's hit play.
Well, how do we pull that off? Figure it out over a drink?
Probably best.
This whole sequence is amazing because I don't know how many people watching did the adventure Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Mm-hmm.
So this is where I think the whole, because he's like, oh, how are we going to do this? Let's get a drink. The adventure starts in a fucking tavern.
Yep.
The druid, later you see a polar owl bear.
Yeah, I noticed that. I noticed that was a snowy owl.
Maybe the druid is picked up here because this takes place in the area that the adventure Rime of the Frost Maiden takes place. Because the prison in Rime of the Frost Maiden, Revel's End, was actually created for this movie and for it to be recognizable to the audience. So it's a weird thing. They made Revel's End for the movie, and then they ended up putting the prison from the movie in Rime of the Frost Maiden.
Yeah,
it's this bizarre circular thing of influence for and from.
Well, I'm wondering how many NPCs we're gonna run into. Like how many NPCs that are in Waterdeep, and how
who's
many
in
are
that scene?
Yeah, who is this? Who's here? Because this is what I was joking about the companions from the Legend of Drizzt. They could be in any of these places.
Right. Like it. Brunner Battlehammer could be like the dude on the horse in the background.
Yeah.
Or something like that. It's like, it's wild. It's just,
And you notice, by the way, he's got a loot carrier on his back, and he's holding his loot right now, and he's not in armor now. He's like in his cloth outfit, not his leathers.
Yeah. So I'm thinking Bard and Barbarian know each other. They're starting this fucking adventure. They're going to a tavern to
recruit,
to pick up the rest of the party. And yeah, your adventure begins in a tavern. It's classic. They could be meeting in Revel's End, and then they get out, and then they go to a tavern because the bard has either obligations or wants one more thing.
Which means that they get to meet the bar owner of Revel's End.
Yeah, right. It's like, let's start the adventure Rime of the Frost Maiden adjacent, and then go from Rime of the Frost Maiden to Adventures in Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Rad.
How far away is it before we get Xanathar?
A beholder is suspiciously absent from this. There are very classic D&D monsters.
We saw a Displacer Beast right at the beginning.
Yep. Displacer Beast.
So far, we saw a dragon. We saw a black dragon. We've seen an owl. Well, we know an owl bear is coming.
Yep. There's like later on we'll start
counting
point
them
out, but like but
we're also in Waterdeep, and we've seen the Harper symbol, and we've seen the
Red Wizards of Thay.
Red Wizards.
Yeah. So I'm on a map.
Nothing happens in Waterdeep without Xanathar being involved somehow.
I know. So I think it's like they start up in the north, cruise through Neverwinter, and then come down into Waterdeep, and shit hits the fan.
That could be the case.
That's the track along the Sword Coast, I think.
If they go with like the roguish archetype, though, then they might go with they started in Waterdeep and then they have to flee because they gave her that item. And then so they start off down here, they flee, realize that they fucked up and shit's hitting the fan, and they have to go back.
Maybe that'd be interesting. Yeah.
They'll fix the problem. The consequences of our actions.
Those two fuck up.
Yeah.
End up in Revel's End, and then come back with a party to fix shit.
I'm thinking, well, we also saw the sorcerer with them, so I think it's the three of them. The three of them fuck up.
Yeah.
They're trying to. No, I think he's already at the tavern.
Okay.
So they go and they meet up with him at the tavern because he's already there, because he's going through his own sorrows of... here's my bet. These two are not the heart and moral of the party. The sorcerer
Fuck no.
Right?
100%.
Right. So if the sorcerer is like the moral one of the party, these two are sorting out what they're going to do next, and like they're outside finding out. They just found out what happened after they stole that shit. And they're like, oh shit, what are we going to do? So they go back to the tavern and they find the sorcerer who's sitting there drinking his worries away of like, oh God, what have we done? Oh God, what have we done? We just ran away. And they're like, hey, bad news. Shit got worse.
You're right. We need help. That tiefling over there looks like they can handle themselves. So yeah. But yeah, that'll be that's
I heard Cheek's gonna come over and be like, I heard you were going to Waterdeep. Well, yeah, right. There's something I can do. I know I can help. Can I travel with you? Okay, little girl.
Right.
Little girl turns into
for some reason, I have a bad feeling about the paladin.
The paladin,
is he an oath? Is he an Oath of Vengeance? Something bad paladin? Is he the heel? Does he do the turn?
He's actually a blackguard.
Ooh.
Oops, sorry.
Wow. Yeah, something. It's just like he's the one. They're showing action scenes and him like opening the chest and all that, but
the paladin joins the party later for sure, after the tiefling.
Oh, 100%.
For sure later on.
He joins up before they go into the Underdark and into the dungeon to get the helmet. Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably Act 2.
Yeah, and he may or may not be. We don't know what god he worships, and even if we do know what god he worships, that might be fake.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
Watch,
this
it's
is
like, yes,
this is Waterdeep. He could be a
I'm
paladin.
a paladin of
fucking
vengeance. My
anybody.
god is Tharizdun, the chained chaos. It's like, yeah, let's go.
Rock on, man. Metal
I would.
as
Oh
fuck.
man, I would. It's like that's the thing. If we're doing Forgotten Realms, and where in the timeline this is, I want I want Mistra, I want Cyric, I want Tharizdun. Fucking like, let's go full like, and we actually do get references to the adventure Out of the Abyss in this movie. I'll get into that later, but like, let's fucking go hard. Like,
Tiamat.
let's go hard. Fuck yeah.
And there's a black dragon kicking around.
There's a black dragon. There's
Paladin, Vengeance Paladin of Tiamat.
No, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. What if that's a dragon horn and it's a weird combination of Cult of the Dragon plus Red Wizards of Thay?
That would be spicy.
That would be spicy. That would be too much for an audience, though.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see like hints sprinkled throughout to allow for like
going to be.
Yeah, but to allow for another movie.
Oh no, there will be a sequel. This will make a fuck ton of money opening weekend.
Oh yeah.
And for a few weekends after that, it'll be a big spring release in March. I don't think there's a Marvel release in March of next year. I think it's a May, but because Wakanda Forever is in November of this year. But yeah, it's going to be a hit.
Red Dracoliches of Thay.
Oh, good line. I like that. Well done. The MCU of D&D. Yeah, we are watching. If all goes well, and if Hasbro and Paramount keep this rolling, no pun intended, I totally see this as the beginning of of the D&D CU. The DC
Cinematic Universe.
It can't be. Yeah, the double DCU.
D&DCU.
D&DCU. Yeah, can't be DCU. Well, I mean, it could be DCU because it'll immediately be better than the DCU.
That's not hard.
Because yeah, I know, right?
Poor Warner Brothers. I don't feel
Release
that bad for
the Elminster cut. Sorry, I had to.
If they call it that.
Yeah. Right.
Where's Volo?
Yeah, so right.
We're gonna meet Volo.
Yeah. I hope so. Let's keep rolling, so.
Give us a fighting chance. We're gonna need strength. You got this, right?
I know you don't.
Oh, right. I swear that's a flame tongue axe that the barbarian is going to pick up. And Michelle Rodriguez goes, that's a fucking flame tongue axe.
Yes.
And Michelle Rodriguez is going full blown, I would like to rage.
Yeah, that's what that is.
Yeah. She's going to throw out that yell and fuck shit up. And I cannot wait.
I am a huge... Okay, I gotta see what this thing looks like on set, because this looks like a lot of it is actually physically melted in the direction like that. Like this prop.
Yeah.
This prop is actually built with these spikes into it, and the glow in the fire is the additional stuff that they put onto it. So this is almost fully physical prop.
Yeah, and it could be a like an LED strip in the front, because it is giving off a little bit of color. It's glowing
forward in the smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. So it might be, and I think when she pulls it closer to her face, there is some differential lighting in that scene where like the side of her face gets a little brighter.
We also.
It's like fuck yeah.
Where are they here? Because this is where we first see the paladin as like who he is, because we see him when he's opening the thing, but these are all the bald guys. They're the bald guys.
These are worse bald guys.
Yay!
Because this is I don't know, these are some kind of priests in the background.
Yeah.
The statues. Some of them have been decapitated, some haven't been. But this is a back shot of dudes we see the paladin fighting in like another 10 seconds.
Yep.
And it's badass that they went this way. So,
Magic.
Okay, I want to know, do we think any of these people are fighters that are actually...
that's the paladin.
Yeah.
And he does something funky with this rad sword that I have no idea.
I think that's his, like,
what
divine smite, and he's just putting his divine thing, and he's fucking flinging it at somebody. Like,
that'd be a rad... That would be a rad thing of divine smite. Yeah, for a hot second, I'm like, is that a Holy Avenger? It's like, no, it's not platinum. It's not a great sword, and Holy Avengers don't launch their blades at things. But maybe it's some sort of something. And the next scene is the sorcerer doing the
thing
crazy...
with this helmet.
So,
there we go.
Can you find... Okay, what
this
is that
symbol
I
in
don't
the
know
middle
what symbol that is.
looks like the serpents.
Yeah. Maybe. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like the wings or something on the side. I don't know. I don't recognize it as a holy symbol of anybody.
No.
It could be made for the adventure, or for the movie adventure. Welcome to D&D the Ride.
Both.
Yeah. But it's this scene that we saw from the trailer before the trailer. The thunder wavy psychic thing comes out, and then you watch it track through that city.
Yeah.
And as it tracks through that city, there's a dead giveaway that is Waterdeep.
Right. I don't know. This looks like I think the helmet is probably going to be specifically for this, and it's going to be a sorcerer item, essentially, a caster item.
Yeah, that's the second MacGuffin. That's the MacGuffin against the MacGuffin.
MacGuffin versus MacGuffin.
Magic.
Yep. Right there. So just go like 3 frames. One more. Is it going to find it? Right there. This is Waterdeep. You know why? That's a fucking drift globe. That is a drift globe. This is Waterdeep. Zero question. And that is the plaza they were in earlier. Remember when I said, remember this plaza?
Yeah, where's that? Where's the fountain?
The fountain's all fountain's fucked up. Because I think that's the fountain in the mid-ground.
Yeah.
Behind the pillar.
The blue
bit.
But
yeah, that is a drift globe. This is Waterdeep. And it's fucking rad.
Rodent's asking, do you think that they'll sneak in-game mechanic technologies into the movie, or sorry, terminologies into the movie, or just express them through action? They'll sneak some in, for sure.
Yeah, I think they'll sneak some in.
They'll say words
Absolutely.
like, quick, we gotta dash out of here, or something. And then
yeah, I could see that. It's like, no, we don't want to go that way because they'll have an opportunity to attack. There'll be 1 or 2 of those, and maybe the spells will have. Now, I mean, it depending on how deep they want to get into, and I'm waiting for that because we'll get to the vocal minority rules lawyers whiny people in a second.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen a single one of these spells use a somatic material or verbal.
I don't know. I think this
component.
is somatic. I think this is definitely somatic. This thing here that he's doing where he does like...
Oh, yeah, no, he's definitely summoning something.
And then he does... So he's doing the hand gestures.
Yeah, that's a great
example
that's a great example of rules as written. Magic items give you the ability to cast a spell unless otherwise stated. He is using this magic item to cast whatever spell or effect that is.
We also see him look
the
like...
item...
It looks like he cast a spell that failed, too, early on when we saw the slow spell go off. Let me see if I can find it again. Is it here? Oh, no, not yet. Where is it? We stole a thing from the wrong people. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
that one.
right...
I think it's after that when she casts slow or something.
Oh,
boom, boom, and then fight scene. No, that's
here we go.
Okay,
that's
right
it.
here.
That's it right there. Right here. You see this gold? He is casting a spell, but as you watch the scene, it just dissipates. Nothing happens.
I hope we get to see fucking counterspell.
Yeah, so we see this slow, and then look,
fix it.
It fizzles.
Wow. So yeah, either he's casting something to protect themselves, or it fizzles.
Or he's I think he was holding an action.
Oh, that would be fun.
Then drops it. So he's holding the spell and then doesn't cast it, and then instead
he's holding a concentration spell.
Right, or he's holding a concentration spell and it drops.
Yeah.
Or if he's holding a spell and then drops it so he can cast counterspell on the slow to get her out.
Right, or dispel magic or something.
Yeah.
God, that'd be rad. No, good eye. Very good eye. So yeah, back to that. Drift globes, and then we get the tiefling.
And you.
And there we go. So we have 2 instances of wild shape in this sequence.
Yes.
And one, the actor Sophia, I think it's Sophia Illis, has said that it is
she doesn't turn into the fucking owlbear. The horse turns into the owlbear.
Because she is the horse.
Is she? She's all bridled up and everything.
She's the horse.
Ooh.
This is an ambush using a druid. This is really fucking clever. So we
know she's a tiefling.
Right
she got the ears and the horns.
Ears and horns. A lot of people immediately said, "Oh, it's a Keyleth from Critical Role ripoff." One, the whole red-haired, wearing green tiefling druid is a trope going back years. 2, Keyleth didn't have the horns until the artist added them. Marisha Ray didn't come up with that. The artist went, "Oh, what if we just put horns on her circlet?"
Yeah, and they're literally just they're antlers, not
they're
horns.
antlers.
She's a half elf.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's like there's a number of tropes, and yes, there was the actor Sophia Illis said that the druid is a very minimal homage to Keyleth, but it's not Keyleth. It's not meant to be Keyleth. It's not directly. It's like the people that don't like Critical Role that saw this and freaked out. Shut up. Not everything has to be a Critical Role character for you to shit on. Because
wait and see what she's like. She might not be the innocence that was Keyleth.
Especially since she's plotting a fucking ambush in this scene.
Yeah.
She is an integral part of an ambush. Because we will see, when we go forward, horse turns into owlbear.
And again, we point out, this is a snowy owl. This is a polar bear and a snowy owl, not a forested, not from this location. Which is why I think we both said she's from Neverwinter. She's from up north Neverwinter.
Yeah.
Also, fuck that guy in particular.
Oh, yeah, no. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy.
What is that
Fuck
again?
that guy.
It's an owlbear.
And then, watch.
On to the horse.
Owlbear turns into druid. Druid is wild-shaped as horse. Wild shapes into owlbear. Goes ham. Wild shapes to normal tiefling. Mounts a horse. They GTFO.
So she is definitely the shapeshifter circle. For druid. Or
maybe a monstrosity circle. Maybe
a new circle for the movie, yeah.
Because what if, because of her specific ties as a tiefling, she is a tiefling and has abilities from like the frozen plane of the 9 hells.
Ooh, yeah.
What if she specifically can, turn into monstrosities because of her infernal heritage?
Yeah, there's a circle.
We don't know. Maybe she has a fucking feat.
She might just be Circle of the Moon. And because she has tiefling blood, she turns into monstrosities rather than standard beasts.
That would be rad. Or they're doing what they had been planning on doing and they just didn't get around to it. They're making owlbears into challenge rating 3 beasts.
I mean, yeah, they're already challenge rating 3. They're just large monstrosities. And owlbears change every edition almost.
Right. And now, so if you look at the flavor text under owlbears, they say it's like, oh, some people say they were a horrible monstrosity created by fusing these 2 animals. But then, specifically, it says elves have said they've existed for thousands of years and may be part of the Feywild.
Hey, I got a fun fact for you. Know what else is a challenge rating 3 monstrosity?
What?
A displacer beast.
She jumps into the cube, so it can't be her. But that would be fucking rad.
Wouldn't that be so cool?
I know, right? Wow, that would break a lot of things. Yeah, maybe it's because of her infernal heritage she's allowed to turn into certain monstrosities. We don't know.
Wait and find out and see.
Right? The thing is, if a druid in my game, if it's in their backstory, they are a tiefling, they draw power, their heritage is from a different layer of the 9 hells, maybe the frozen, maybe the Stygia. I forgot what the name of that. Thank you, Stygia. Yeah, maybe they their infernal heritage is from Stygia. Maybe they grew up outside of Neverwinter. Maybe they're an NPC from Rime of the Frostmaiden. Who the fuck knows? I would immediately going, wow, you want to? Okay, fine, fuck it. This one time, let's see if you can wild shape into a owlbear. Give me a roll.
I also think it'd be reasonable as long as you're not the owlbear matches any other beast that they would be able to change into. The only thing that doesn't line up is they're labeled as a monstrosity. That's the only thing. There isn't anything special that the owlbear has or does that puts it outside of reasonable scaling for the level of that druid. So it doesn't. It's not going to break your game.
Yeah, it's an owlbear is just a +1 polar bear.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
So this could be flavoring that maybe she saw a polar owlbear at one time and she just takes that form and that is her bear wild shape, slightly colored.
Yeah, the only thing is she clearly turns into a horse, so that means it's not limited to only monstrosities.
Right. So my bet is they are changing owlbear to beast, and finally, as a hey druids, here's something fucking badass, because owlbears are badass.
I'm down for it. I like it. As again, people are I understand as a DM being concerned that if you allow this, is it unbalanced? The owlbear will not be unbalanced. The displacer beast might be unbalanced.
Oh, that would be horrific. But yeah, and I can see some harder edge DMs going, oh, well, if it's in the movie, my players are going to say, but it happened in the movie. Why can't I do it here? Because once again, not your table.
Yeah.
Not your table, not your fun. This is not your table. This adventure is not happening on your table. So maybe there will be an errata sheet that says, hey, this particular druid class or this druid feat, or if they make a joint animal handling arcana check or something fucking like that, maybe they'll introduce a mechanic where, yes, druids can turn into owlbears. Or maybe you can just embrace the fucking rule of cool and have in an owlbear. Or you can go all the way back to the original basic set. And a quote from Ton Moldve, the D&D game has no rules, only rule suggestions. No rule is invalid, particularly if a new or altered rule will encourage creativity and imagination. The important thing is to enjoy the adventure.
They're more like guidelines. This is
all the way back to first edition OD&D shit. Yeah. So all of those rules lawyers going, it's like, now it has hard rules and da-da-da-da-da. No, it says right there in the little red, shitty basic set rule book that, you can change stuff if other things change, if it changes later, or if you feel like it. So fuck all y'all. If you want to start pulling out, it's like, it says this, and it's been this for 40 years. It's been that for 40 years, motherfucker.
Owlbears haven't even been monstrosities for 40 years. Owlbears keep changing. In 4th edition, they were fake.
Oh, yeah.
They were fake creatures.
It's all weird. And then, and later on in part 1 of, again, said basic set, this is not like any other game you've ever played before. It is more important than you understand the ideas and the rules than you know More important that you understand the ideas in the rules than that you know every detail about the game. While the material in this booklet is referred to as rules, that is not really correct. Anything in this booklet and other D&D booklets should be thought of as changeable. If after playing the rules as written for a while, you or your referee think that something should be changed, think about how the rules will affect the game, and then go ahead. Yep. Fine. Druids can fucking wild shape into owlbears. Why? Because owlbears do not break the game. Ta-da!
Yeah. There's
all stop yelling about it.
There's a reason why in my top 5 how to DM good, number 5 is game conceptualization.
Yes.
If you understand the game at its fundamentals and how it works and why it works one way or another, you can start bending and changing rules in a way that aren't going to make your game unplayable.
Absolutely.
So do it.
Without a question. Yeah, and it's not hard.
We're here to have fun, guys.
Yeah. Role-playing game. Role-playing, collaborative storytelling. Game. Something to get into and have fun.
I regularly ask my druids or people who are doing casting polymorph, which is a 4th level spell, by the way. So that's just, you just need to be a 7th level druid.
Right.
I only ask them to justify why they know what that creature is if it's something kind of weird.
Right. Absolutely.
Tell me why you know what this is. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a fucking nature check.
Give me that before?
Or just give me a explanation. It's like, I want to turn into a tyrannosaur. Oh, okay. Where did you see a tyrannosaur? Where have you heard about a tyrannosaur? It's like, this is it's like, okay, well, let's see how well you do.
Yeah.
Because you're going to cast a spell, you're going to turn into something. And that's the thing. I think we talked about this last time, that the D20 is not a pass or fail. It can easily be a how well did you do? Like,
how pass, how well did you pass, or how terribly did you fail?
Exactly. I think we were talking about the example of the guy giving the rousing speech.
Yes.
Yeah, they listened to you. How much are they going to just march with you to the castle, or are they going to pick up torches and burn the city down? And
the speech that you provide, and your argumentation, because it doesn't have to be, if you're not good at giving speeches, you don't have to give a speech. Not everyone is Sam Riegel. You might be able to just say, hey, this is my reasoning, this is what I want to tell them. And if that is going to dictate where that DC lies.
Right. Yeah.
So. All right.
Yeah, So yeah, let's
I want to shapeshift into a gibbering mouther. Oh, okay. Do that. Wow. Yeah, go for it. Go tough. Crazy. Yeah. Take points of insanity.
Go ham.
Off.
Okay, right there. That is the dragon statue.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the dragon statue on top of the fountain.
Yep.
So that is either a stone golem.
Yep, a construct.
Or some kind of construct. Or, since this is happening in Waterdeep, and it is a statue of a gold dragon, this statue may represent Aranax, the gold dragon protector of the Vault of Waterdeep. This could very easily be an animated statue.
He is on that star.
That Aranax is using.
Yeah, like an aspect, kind of.
Yeah, like it could be something like that, or it could just be a guardian statue of Aranax, or it's a symbolic of Aranax.
Do we think this stone dragon is going to fight the black dragon? Are we going to get a 3-way dragon fight? Because that would be cool to watch. Red dragon versus gold dragon who's in a stone thing versus a black dragon. And they're all just beating the shit out of each other in the air.
Right. And it's absolutely a gold dragon because of the way the wings are. And you can actually see the carvings of what would be the frill and the mustache off of the gold dragon.
Yep.
But whether it's like a stone guardian, a stone golem, or something like that.
Or something a helmet awakened.
Something the helmet awakened. Oh, shit! maybe the helmet, that wave that went through the city caused the statue to activate, because maybe there's a threat, and statues of Aranax all over the city go, Waterdeep's in trouble. Fuck this scene. Let's kill anything bad.
And then that's who the paladin is of. If they're not going to do like I'm actually evil.
Watch it be a paladin of Bahamut.
Yeah.
Especially because of the last shot in the trailer.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That may be cool.
Yeah. And they need a sorcerer to cast the spell.
Because that
because the paladins aren't paladins aren't full casters, so he wouldn't be able to just put the helmet on and use it. They need a full caster, and that would be a sorcerer.
Yeah,
the sorcerer, the druid, or if they find a cleric.
Right.
Assuming.
Yeah, and
I mean bards are also full casters.
But
is he a bard?
Please note that the party, the assembled party, does not have a cleric. Once again,
whoops! No clerics.
The standard party of I want to play a druid. I'm gonna be the tank and play a paladin. It's like I'm gonna be the sexy bard. And by the way, the bard's name, Chris Pine's bard's name is Edgin. They're Edgin the bard.
Nice.
So sexy bard trope. They're edging the bard.
Yep.
Edgin the bard. EDGIN. Edgin. Yeah. Edging the bard.
Why would you do this?
That's the new euphemism that kids are going to use these days.
Good.
It's like, hey, do you want to come over for some edging the bard?
Yeah. No.
Anyway, yeah, you're welcome.
People play D&D don't have sex. Get out of here.
That's why they play fucking tieflings and bards.
Yep. And bard tieflings.
So yeah, I think and bard tieflings. Yeah. So this is, I think it's a stone guardian or some sort of aspect of Aranax that is defending Waterdeep, and it's looking down at the party or something bad and about to fuck shit up.
Yep.
Because it's not growing in size. It's not becoming a gold dragon.
Yeah.
It's staying a statue. But
it's still stone. It's got gold flakes through it now, like gold power. Right. You can see kind of moving through the fins, the eyes, a little bit on the hair and the wing, or in the face and the wings.
And unless it's now, it would be cool if it's like maybe it's one of Aranax's kids and is in a stone shaped spell, and then it comes out like.
I mean, that could be the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
The helmet releases them from the stone shape.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would be cool.
Be warned.
Dimension door?
There is evil here.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Go back. So start with the dimension door. That may be dimension door. Because it totally looks like it. Maybe there is a vault underneath where they are.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that is dimension door. That is a bitchin' representation of it. Or maybe it's what's the druid pass?
Oh, pass through they mean move through plants or move through trees?
Yeah, it's like what if she is doing that, moving through like the ground and the ground cover through wood inside this room?
That'd be kind of cool.
Or she
there's
left
kind of like a
in this room
blue thing. Does she have a tail?
Yeah, she's a tiefling.
Very cool.
Yeah, because I don't know if it's Dimension Door or what, or Arcane Gate, or no, you have to see Arcane Gate. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but Dimension Door only works up to 500 feet or 600 feet or something like that. So either where they are is 500 or 600 feet away, but it also kind of looks like, so she's stepping on something that looks like it's an entrance.
Yeah, it might just be a portal into another place. It might just be like a magic door.
Yeah, exactly. And it may not be Dimension Door, or it's Dimension Door, and this is the top of a vault that they found, and she's popping through it and hoping she doesn't end up in some stone.
Yeah, might be taking a risk.
Right, but it's a brilliant fucking. That transition is gorgeous. And then we get to the scariest place in the movie.
What is in this room, though? Paintings? Gold.
This is a thieves vault. This is a thieves vault.
Yeah. They're,
This,
you know
I
what this
think,
is?
Hugh
This
Grant's
is them
vault.
breaking into Waterdeep from the outside, and they're breaking in through the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait. They're breaking in through the Thieves Guild of Waterdeep?
Yep, and then they're gonna get in trouble.
I want to see fucking Xanathar.
Give me Xanathar, or give me... What if this is Xanathar's place? What if this is a piece of
God.
Xanathar's entrance, and they're risking... They know it's Xanathar's place? Maybe they don't know that much about Xanathar, but they're like, we know we can get in through here, so they're trying to sneak... So they don't actually confront Xanathar, they just run through his shit and get the fuck out. So they don't take anything, they don't...
What if Hugh Grant, as a rogue in Waterdeep, is the mouthpiece for Xanathar?
That'd be so fucking cool.
That would be so fucking cool.
That'd be so fucking
and
cool.
I'll talk about the event I went to after the trailer.
Yes.
But it's the next scene after this that blows everything away, in my personal opinion.
Hey, a dungeon. And
One
it's just
more.
is that the paladin with them?
Yeah, it's the paladin. It's not a dungeon. They're entering the Underdark because
Oh
of
yeah,
the next shot.
there's also somebody behind Chris Pine.
The
sorcerer.
Evil here.
That is Menzo Baronzin. That is a drow warlock, and he has cast Green Flame Blade.
Look at this place. It
Go
looks
back
like there might
slightly.
be a little bit too much light for Menzo Baranzan, though. What if this is...
No, right there. So, that's all bioluminescent fucking Menzo Baronzin.
Oh.
That is a drow fucking city. It is either a drow city or it is the outskirts of Grackles, the Durgar city of Gracklestug.
Yeah, it's one of the two, for sure.
Yeah, because either way, drow are going to be there, and they fucking face. This is paladin versus... That is a fucking drow. That is a drow male warlock Green Flame Blade going on.
You think so?
I seriously think so. I think because they changed up the drow recently to get away from the whole like horrifically racist aspect of what the drow were. There are multiple types of drow. They have tattoos and symbols on them now.
Okay, but hear me out. Shatterkai?
Oh. Didn't think about that. Oh, shit.
We did see spiders earlier.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, that may be cool.
Old school Shatterkai also were humans with lots of tattoos.
That's a good point.
And very, very pale.
You're right. You're right. This could be Shatterkai.
They've got like the dark on the eyes too, like the black.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the symbol on his forehead, but is 100% casting Green Flame Blade.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Without a doubt. And that's badass. And the paladin versus what I thought were drow. So right now, I think you may be right with Shatterkai because they are outside of Menzo Baranzin. These are so remember the shot of them going through the with the bald dudes and the statues of the bald dudes and the bulls.
Yeah.
These are the guys that you were seeing from the back.
Yeah.
That were facing off against the party.
Yep.
So this could be Shatterkai. These could be Shatterkai in service to the Red Wizards of Thay.
Yep.
Or they are guardians and priests of what is coming up.
There's also potentially the Shatterkai generally work with the Raven Queen, but that's not to say that there are no Shatterkai that have like absconded, who have like turned against the Raven Queen, and in which case they would absolutely work with the wizards because that's all some undead shit. And what does the Raven Queen hate if not undead? Right.
And these could be also keepers of the flame under Gracklestug.
Yep.
But if they are, they're weird, they're wild because the keepers of the flame have always been they're a monastic order, but they're Duergar.
Right. And that's
doesn't look
definitely
like
not a Dorgar.
Yeah, no, that is not.
Or they've invented a race for the book.
Yeah, they could have just done that.
Yep.
So, yeah. But, yeah, bitch and fight coming up, and then one of the coolest things ever. I love that green twinkle.
I'm glad he's on our side.
So those two... So that is either lightning bolt or witch bolt. Right there. It's either lightning bolt or witch bolt.
Yep.
And then the next one, everyone's like, well, actually, shield doesn't protect you from a fireball. It could be a fireball, could be meteor, could be fire bolt.
That's not a fireball.
That's not a fireball.
That's not fireball. Fireball is like a pea-sized little thing that goes and then
That's something falling from the sky.
That's a catapult thing. That's somebody threw something.
Yeah. Well, there is a Red Wizard of Thay or Sauce Tom.
Yeah, somebody's floating up there, yeah.
So maybe it's Meteor Swarm, but no, that's area of effect. But it's definitely it is a spell or an effect that can be blocked by shield. That's not a fireball.
That's definitely not fireball. For sure.
Yeah.
There's also the potential that somebody is behind him firing off and he's lighting it on fire as it goes by.
Oh yeah, that could be a fucking catapult inside the
Colosseum.
The Colosseum.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a giant in the Colosseum. He threw that fire rock. You don't know.
There you go. But yeah, it is not the actually you can't block fireballs with shield because it's not fireball.
Yeah, if you're trying to rules lawyer about the shield, you ought to recognize that that's not a fireball.
Right. So yeah, it's like don't do that. He just raised his armor class by 5, and it was targeting him. So it just flavor text. He protected the party as well, or he's casting anti-magic shell. One or the other.
Melf's minute meteors.
Is that a targeted spell? Is Melf's a targeted spell?
Is Melf's in Xanathar's or is Melf's in the player's handbook?
Melf's is in. I do believe it's in. No, I think it's in Elemental Evil.
Melf's Acid Arrow is in the player's handbook, but that's it. Because it would be cool to see some Xanathar exclusive spells.
Yeah, no, it's area effect. Melf's minute meteors is area effect. Because once a meteor reaches its destination or impacts against a solid surface, it explodes each creature within 5 feet. So it's area effect. Damn. So yeah, I don't know. It may be firebolt. It could just be a fucking rock that's on fire coming down. Yeah. So who knows? It is not fireball there.
That's definitely not fireball. Yeah.
But it's a brilliant fucking show of shield.
This one's dangerous.
Hey, you
and then there he is. So yeah, maybe he's a rogue. Maybe he's the voice. Maybe he's the voice of Xanathar.
Maybe he's the bard,
the human spokesperson, right? I mean, the little symbol next to his name in the poster is thief. He is a rogue. So, but he could be a mastermind rogue that is the the voice for Xanathar. Because Xanathar doesn't. Anybody holding the Xanathar title does not fucking come.
He's clearly running the Colosseum, though. Like he is clearly in charge. He's the Caesar of this Colosseum, which makes me think that they broke in through the Thieves Guild. They got caught and they got sent to the Colosseum.
Yeah, very true.
And they were like, "All right, prove it. Prove your worth. Prove that you can do anything." And they're like, "No, we have to stop this thing." And they're like, "Whatever."
Oh, that's a good point. Huh.
I wonder what his necklace is. That necklace is something.
Yeah, that's definitely.
It's definitely something.
Parapet of wound closure. It's something rad. But yeah, there we go. There's the rogue of the party that's not in the party.
Oh,
or
look at him.
The rogue of the story.
He's adorable.
I know. Yeah, he's got that silver fox thing going on.
So charming.
It's a long way from Notting Hill.
Mimic.
So this is So that scene of everything that was popping up, that's a labyrinth being created. This is the labyrinth.
Yep.
Because it's the same color of the pillars
inside the Colosseum, more than likely.
Yep. And it's a fucking mimic. I love it. And the wet, slappy sound of the pseudopod tongue. Oh, so good.
She's like, oh, I'll open this chest.
Yeah, right. Right.
But whatever happens.
So mimics have something called sticky. And that's what that is. They're adhesive. So he's using his tongue to get around.
Yeah. Yep. It's so good. So good.
I'm so happy. That you can definitely see the Harper symbol.
Yeah. And he's talking to maybe his daughter or something like that. So this is probably shit's gonna hit the fan talk. I'm sorry if I don't come back.
Yeah, I'm seeing the barbarian, I'm seeing our bard, I'm seeing our sorcerer, I'm seeing somebody in the background, but that's not the paladin. It's not the girl either.
It's not the paladin, it's not the druid.
We don't know who that is.
Maybe it's a Harper.
Maybe it's another Harper. Yeah, he's got the blue.
Yeah.
Because he's back in his other outfit now.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. The Displacer Beast and everyone's saying, oh, it's stupid they're diving into a fucking gelatinous cube. No, it's not. That is a tactical decision. Displacer Beast, hard to fucking hit because they're displacing. Diving into a gelatinous cube is a tactical decision because you're not going to die right away from the acid, and you just make a strength check and get out. That's using the engulf ability against itself.
Like, there's already a dead guy in there.
I know. And then you can totally see the tiefling's tail in a great shot there.
Yeah. Right there.
Yeah, that is the two casters getting the fuck out of the way of a displacer beast.
Yeah.
The two glass cannons. Oh, and Chris Pine.
Yeah.
All three of them are going in. That's so rad. But yay, it's a danger kitty and a death sponge in one scene. Love it. Oh, look at that. You can see all 6 legs and both tentacles.
Yep. And I love, so right now we've seen owlbears, we've seen the displacer beast, we've seen a mimic, we've seen the gelatinous cube, we've seen dragons, we've seen potentially a stone golem dragon or a construct of some kind.
Yeah.
And we've seen, did I miss anybody?
Oh,
we saw a spider. Spider's definitely a monster of some kind.
I think it's a watch spider.
Yeah.
We
haven't seen any Durgar yet.
Haven't seen Durgar. The Drow, possibly Shatterkai.
Whatever that thing is,
Warlock and or enemy wizard caster. Red Wizards of Thay.
Yeah. Harpers.
Flame Tongue Axe. Green Flame Blade. Definite Rime of the Frost Maiden stuff. Possibly Dimension Door. Slow. Lightning Bolt and or Witch Bolt.
Yep.
Something impacting shield, and there's still a big fight sequence and the best fucking ending of a trailer. So that whole sequence right there.
So that's a Misty Step.
That is a Misty Step. Druid going. So
there's the tail.
Druid doing a bitching forward roll is probably immediately going to wild shape back into.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Chris Pine in the background. He looks like he just hit somebody with his loot.
Yeah, he's definitely wielding a combat loot there. That is the same plaza minus dragon statue.
I think that is a twin spell, and that looks like, because he fires 2, and it looks like it's probably a variant color of Firebolt.
Nope, I think it's Ray of Frost.
Oh, it could be Ray of Frost.
Yep, he's twin spelling Ray of Frost.
He might be from Neverwinter as well. If he's from up north, it would make sense. He has AC-based spells. So
a lot of people are saying Magic Missile, but Magic Missile doesn't miss. It misses in this scene.
Yeah, that's not Magic Missile.
That tiefling is rolling forward.
Magic Missile is also 3.
Yes.
Unless he was a twin spell, in which case it would be 6.
Right. Magic Missile and the the tiefling is rolling forward, is going to wild shape, and in the very next scene is going to owlbear this red wizard of Thay.
So unless he's firing at somebody behind that guy, which is also possible, but that's not.
But
that's definitely not a magic missile.
Yeah, definitely not magic missile.
And then we get...
And then owlbear and Misty Step. Brilliant Misty Step. Yep.
Up he goes.
This. The Chunker.
The chunky boy.
Chunk, the cutest, fattest red dragon. This can only be one red dragon, which confirms that they are in Gracklstugh, that confirms they are going to run into Duergar. This is Thembershad from Out of the Abyss. Thembershad is specifically described as a visibly overweight, obese, massive red dragon.
Thick. He is a thick boy.
He is super thick. He lives under...
I love him.
He's so cute. He's so cute. He lives under Gracklstugh in a lava-rich area.
Remember earlier when we mentioned something regional effects?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Ta-da! So this can only be super chunk, badass Wormsmith of Gracklstugh, because his fire stokes the forges for the Duergar. This has to be Thembershad. It cannot be. If it's somebody else other than Thembershad, then I don't know, because it's kind of rad. But please, 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 please make this Thembershad and make it Gracklstugh, because that is the North Dark of the Underdark, and it fucking opens all of the Underdark to party.
And I've been corrected. You cannot twin spell magic missile because it can attack. It can hit more than one target.
Right.
So it wouldn't be a twin spell. It would be an upcast. So
yeah,
that is definitely not an upcast. So
yeah, my money's on Ray of Frost.
Yep. Yeah, I'd buy that.
But yeah, the uber chunky
thick boy.
Red dragon.
Look at him.
Thembershad. Yeah,
we'll be ready.
Wait.
He's like,
I want to see him right here. Come on.
At the end of the look at that. Chris Pine going right, and then just big flapping wings, this massive just chunk of a dragon, and the most epic incoming divine smite ever.
Look at him down there.
It's like, right? Just opening his mouth, like it's like a bearded dragon waiting for like a cricket. Just
we'll be ready.
And then here comes the divine smite. Just like fucking sword over the head. Now, this is why when you were for a hot second, if we have Aranax, Gold Dragon, Stone Guardians, things like that, what if he's a paladin of Bahamut and he's about to divine smite a fucking chromatic dragon?
Yes.
Like, bring the pain. And he just comes sailing over Chris Pine, and he is going to drop the god on the snout of this thing.
Yeah, right in the back of his head here. Just
yeah,
and look at his mouth, or he's gonna go through the jaw.
Yeah. So look at the chains that were holding the things, the lava and all that. This is the forge of Gracklstugh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
This is Thembershad. It is. They are going. They were going full Forgotten Realms. Now they're going full Forgotten Realms.
Anybody who's got the Mists or got the Waterdeep supplement book, are we gonna see fucking Jarlaxle?
Got it.
I will shit a brick.
What a cutscene that would be! That all of a sudden this fucking dark elf swashbuckler with an eye patch turns around, something insane like that. But this is deep cut. This is Out of the Abyss. The adventure is Out of the Abyss. I think it's from 2015.
Probably.
It's like from damn, and Out of the Abyss is it's a progressive adventure. It's
Yeah,
from,
dare
like,
to descend into the Underdark.
Oh yeah, they're
That's
going
not
right into the North.
that's not Demigorgon, is it? Is it Demigorgon in that one?
What?
Is it Demigorgon
Out of
the Abyss?
Out of the Abyss?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Dare to descend in the Underdark in this
cover
adventure is Demigorgon, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody's in it. Bahamut's fucking in it.
Dark Elf Gromf Bonray, Archmage of Menzoberranzan, casts a foul spell meant to ignite a magical energy that suffuses the Underdark and tears open portals to the demonic abyss. What steps through surprises even him, and from that moment on, the insanity that pervades the Underdark escalates and threatens to shake the Forgotten Realms to its foundation. Stop the madness before it consumes you.
Everybody is fucking in
To be fair, Gromf Bonray's an asshole.
Yeah, but if Gromf Bonray's in that means, and I remember this thing, Quenthal's in it, the Malarn family's in it, Jarlaxle's in it, Brunner Battlehammer is in it, the Stonehammers, the Hammerholms, what's his name? Fucking the Halfling, Rumblefoot.
Regis
is in it. Like, Out of the Abyss is a big fucking deal.
I will also flip out if we see Pickle.
Oh, that would be rad. That would be so.
If Pickle knows our tiefling druid, since he's a dwarf druid with his green beard.
Right. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, this is fucking Abyss v Underdark.
Literally anybody can be here. It's Forgotten Realms Waterdeep. Anybody in theory could be there for all we fucking know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Anybody.
Wait, if they're referencing part of Out of the Abyss, at least the city where it happens.
Yeah.
Grost is in that. So is Orcus. I wonder if they pulled the Horn of Orcus from Exandria and used it in a 5th edition game.
People were talking about it being the Horn of Orcus.
That's wild. That'd be because Orcus, Jubilex, Orcus, Slaughter Tusk, Grost, Demogorgon, Bahamut. I'm trying to remember. Oh God. There's like an entire Kuatoa fucking.
Yeah, it's a slog. It's a slog of everybody.
Yeah, like everyone is in this adventure because it's like, oh fuck, the Abyss is in the Underdark. This is bad.
This is big problems.
No, it's huge problems.
If Orcus is there, then it would make sense for the Shatterkai because the Raven Queen would be like, "Oh, fuck that shit."
Yeah, I wonder if it's a weird fusion of parts of Out of the Abyss, parts of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, parts of Mad Mage with the Colosseum and the Labyrinth.
Court of the Dragon Queen.
Xanathar. Yeah.
We might see a Mind Flayer if we're in the Underdark.
Oh God, I hope so. So like my dream is just quick little cuts of Mind Flayer Beholder. So here's the thing.
We want expanded universe. That's what we're after.
But I think there is a Beholder in the movie. And the reason why is at San Diego Comic-Con in the Paramount D&D Tavern experience that was a pop-up in the place of the Nova nightclub. You go in and you go through this entrance hallway and you have like those animated posters of like the characters moving and everything, and then you pass these
because we live in Hogwarts nowadays.
Basically, you pass these stone sculptures. One is a mimic, one is a displacer beast, one is a beholder.
We're gonna get Xanathar. We're getting a hint of Xanathar. We're gonna see Xanathar. They're gonna run by a room, and Xanathar's gonna be there, and he's gonna be talking to his fucking goldfish. That's what we're gonna see.
Oh, exactly. Or Hugh Grant as the mouthpiece is going to come in and he'll be
Have a
talking to
conversation with him.
someone. Yeah, and from behind you'll just see a couple ice stalks and off in the corner a fucking goldfish in a bowl. Or there will be a cut scene of this floating, gargantuan gibbering thing talking to a goldfish. But that's the thing. There was a displacer beast, and we were moving too quickly to get through to take pictures. Displacer beast, mimic, and then as you turn to go into the tavern to have the experience, there's a fucking a stone sculpture statue of a beholder.
I want to see a lot of things happening outside of what's like in the background going on, or like things that you
Absolutely.
just catch clippets of, and I want those things to lead to more things down the line.
Right.
Like
right.
I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to get to go to Mithril Hall at some point.
Right. Yeah, 100%. And that's the thing. They could be when they're up north in the area of fucking Frostmaiden and all that. I think it would be hysterical them walking through whatever town that is, and in the background there is this ridiculously tall woman with a braid, a dwarf, a cloaked figure with a fucking black leopard walking with them, and some kind of barbarian looking dude.
Yeah.
It's like, and just like 10 frames. Just they're walking and they're slightly out of focus on the side, walking out of frame.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, like, was that the... And then, like, a halfling comes to, like, keep up with them. It's just, like, it's got to be something like that.
You're sitting in the tavern, and they do a pan of the tavern, and you see, like, as they do the pan, so they're, like, you do the establishing shot in the tavern, and it's, like, the main one in the city, and where you start the campaign.
Right.
And then what you see is a halfling ordering drinks, and then you see him take the drinks on a tray, and you see him, it follows him as he walks off, and he drops them off, and the camera keeps going, but the table he drops them off on, he sits down, and the companions are sitting there.
Yeah, Caddy, Wolfgar, Brunner, Drist. Yeah.
Yeah, and Regis just brings the drinks over because he gets a better deal at the bar because he's a fancy talker. And then it it pans right past them, and then they walk into the bar and sit down, and you see them again as it pans by.
Right. 100%. I think that would be that they have, and it's rad.
You can do anything.
Yeah, and weirdly enough, they can do anything. And what's even more funny what's funnier is that they have all of this, this entire world to play with, and I don't think that they will necessarily be. I don't think it'll be fan service, because
doesn't feel like it.
Right, because you're establishing a fucking narrative of the single most written about section of the Forgotten Realms.
Yes. Waterdeep is huge.
Right. It's massive. And all the way up from fucking 10 towns, all the way down to Waterdeep, the Sword Coast, and into the Northlands.
Yep.
It's, yeah. I mean, isn't...
Who's to say we didn't see the spine?
No. I'm an idiot. Revel's End is Icewind Dale.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, the companions sitting in that bar right by Mithril Hall.
I knew Revel's End, and I'm thinking of Rime of the Frostmaiden and all that, and then it just fucking clicked in my head that it's literally in Icewind Dale.
Yeah. That's what
like right in the fucking middle of it.
Yeah. And the three lakes, the trout. Don't be surprised if we see them eating that trout.
God, that would be funny.
Don't be surprised to see a cookbook. Go check out Quincy's Tavern, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised if he's working on something.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
What is the...
You're pulling up a map?
Yeah, I am right now. let's see here, because where Revel's End is in the northwest. You've got the Lonely Wood and Mailed and Bremen and all that. 10 Towns is to the southwest. But like where? Oh fuck yeah, they could be in Bryn Shander.
Yep.
If they came from Revel's End, they could be in Bryn Shander, and or even all the way to East Haven. Oh god damn. Yeah, they're
Go
in the
follow
middle of the
Trevor
Dale.
on Twitter. And by the way, just so you know, the author of the Legends of Drizzt series and takes place in the Forgotten Realms, which is a whole lot of what we're talking about. R.A. Salvatore, also on Twitter.
Yes, he is.
Very friendly.
Yeah, he is. God, wouldn't that be funny if there's like a tracking shot of them leaving Revel's End and then like there's the black cabin?
Yep.
It's just like wild shit. God damn, I completely forgot that it's on the edge of the Dale.
We could check that. Well, where's that bit? Hold on. Let's check that real quick when they're in that town. I just want to look at the buildings.
So that is the Sea of Moving Ice.
Yeah. That's all we really get. We just get this and that.
Yeah, I don't know. But that could absolutely be, I mean, shit, it could be Targos, it could be Bryn Shander, it could be East. Yeah, it's...
There's a few options.
There's 10 of them.
Yeah. 10's Town.
Mm-hmm. But fuck, yeah, I just pulled up a map, and yeah, Tourmaline, they could be in any of those. God, that would be hysterical if they are in fucking Bryn Shander.
This movie is gonna be so fucking good.
What is it exactly that you bring to this?
I'm a planner. I make plans.
You've already made the plan, so...
If the existing plan fails, I make a new plan.
The Paladin is not with them here.
Nope. But
plans
they're
that
in
fail.
a...
No,
He also plays the lute.
not relevant.
Wait a minute. That wasn't a tavern
No.
in... That's very airy fucking plants fucking... I have no idea where that would be.
This is where I think they planned the ambush.
Oh, yeah, good call. Okay, yeah, derp.
Paladin's not there yet. That's just as where they pick her up.
Yep.
Or they've picked her up and now they've been with her for a little bit. And she's like, no, we're going to ambush them. And he's like, listen, I come up with the plans. And she's like, I'm going to turn into a horse.
Right.
He like outplans the planner, who is clearly the Hannibal of the A team over here. We got B.A. Baracus. We got Face.
Oh, God, this is going to be wild, man. God,
He's not
that's
wearing
such
his pin when he's wearing this outfit as well. He's only wearing the pin when he's got the cloak and when he's got his armor, his leathers on.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is...
This is earlier in the movie, I think.
Yeah. Because when he has the Harpers pin and the cloak and that it maybe studied.
They're on the run from the fucking Thieves Guild because they got out of the Coliseum and they're like, "Fuck, man, we gotta get out of here."
Oh yeah, absolutely. God, that's rad.
The rogue, the what is it? The wizard asking the rogue, "You didn't steal Xanathar's book, did you?" What? No, I just took this old goldfish. His what? What?
Oh wow, this is. Oh yeah, this just got interesting.
Who plays the lute?
Not relevant.
And it just opens with fucking Chris, or ends with Chris Pine. Love that. It's gonna be so much fun.
They sail into
ridiculously excited
Waterdeep.
for it.
We see them
Yeah, they
sail
do.
into the Waterdeep at the very beginning. That's the blue ship. They're the ones that are on it in the
Yep.
later on
Yep.
here.
That's a good call.
That's them.
Wouldn't that be hysterical if, as they're getting off the ship, there's a very flamboyant scarlet-clad drow with an eye patch?
With the person who gets them the ship, the person who tells them how to get into Xanathar's Thieves
fucking
Guild there is
Jarlaxle.
King Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna have them interact with any character from Forgotten Realms, that's not gonna get involved in their business. Because that's the thing with the companions. You tell the companions there's shit going on, they're gonna be like, oh well, we better get to work. Not Jarlaxle. Right. Jarlaxle's gonna be like, well, it looks like you caused some fucking problems, didn't you?
Right. Exactly. And it's gonna be wild, especially if the Harpers and the Red Wizards are getting involved, and they're in fucking. What if the tavern they go into in the ice things is the Northlook, like next to the mines that the Battlehammers fucking own?
Yeah.
It's like there has to. They would be remiss if there is not a statue of the companions or a wide shot of them walking by and like a couple people going, oh my God.
There's like a statue of Brunner, who's the king of the dwarves, three different times. He's like the 4th king, the 7th king, and the 12th king or something like that. I can't remember.
But yeah, I could totally see a statue, like a statues of the companions in Bryn Shandor. Because Bryn Shandor's like the first place you go to when you're coming into Icewind Dale. That's where everybody starts.
Right.
And you start adventures in the fucking North.
I wonder if there's going to be anything. So I didn't play Neverwinter, like the online game, like the MMO. I wonder if
like
there's...
Neverwinter Nights?
Yeah, I wonder if there's MMO stuff in here.
I didn't even think that. That is an entire... Oh God!
Yep.
And the thing, if they're doing the Sword Coast,
yep.
Then we have Waterdeep, of course, but then we have Candlekeep.
I didn't see a single Dargar, and I didn't see a single orc.
Right. But like we could if they expand this, if this becomes the D&D CU, you can do the entire thing of Neverwinter Nights. You can do Baldur's Gate. You can do Candlekeep. You can do everything.
Fucking Zariel.
Yeah. You could introduce gods and then pull the spell plague.
Yep.
You could do the betrayal of Bane, and Cyric could become a god. There's so much shit that can happen.
Yep.
And yeah, it's rad they're picking the Forgotten Realms, because it is, of course, they would pick the Forgotten Realms.
I mean, and they based 5th edition's lore off of it, so like they're not gonna use something else. They could use Greyhawk, but it seems unlikely.
Well, I mean, but because Greyhawk is its own weird thing, but some aspects of Greyhawk are kind of leeching into Forgotten Realms anyway. They're kind of making this weird quasi-conglomerate.
There's already a portal, to be fair.
Right.
That's why you have gray orcs and green orcs.
So, like, I mean, wouldn't that be just like it fucking opens up and Chris Pine, da-da-da-da-da, and someone's like, it's like, you're the most notorious bard in all of Faerun. Like, whoa! Dun, dun, dun.
But you have heard of me.
You're right, exactly. And this is the thing. This is Guardians of the Dungeon.
Yeah.
And he's Bard Lord.
Yep.
And I fucking dig it for some dumb reason.
I wonder if he's multi-class Bard Rogue.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, why not? Just be a fucking... It's a perfect multi-class.
Honor among thieves, no thief.
Right. Just like one big nasty thief.
Who may or may not be a good guy or a bad guy. Maybe
Honor
both.
Among thieves. Uh-huh. What if Hugh Grant's character is a rival thief to Xanathar?
Could be.
That would be rad. I mean, they're
who in the tavern interacting with fucking Jarlaxle.
Right, yeah. There's like in the fucking D&D tavern thing, it was a statue of Displacer Beast, a statue of a Mimic, and then I saw a fucking Beholder and went, whoa, because Beholders are one of my favorite monsters. Because their lore is fucked up. Everything about them is fucked up and weird.
There's Xanathar's, which has his own book. Xanathar's Guide to Everything, and which is almost a staple book. Between Volo's, Xanathar's, and Mordekainen's, those are like the main 3 books that you get outside of the core 3. But what's on the cover of the monster manual again? Is it a Beholder? Pretty sure it's a Beholder.
Yeah, I mean, even though Mordenkainen and Volo, they're technically saying they're discontinued because they changed some of the rulings for the monsters and everything to give them more of a more of a variable aspect, and like, no, really, you can have good aligned orcs and
Yeah, I feel like
evil-aligned
they
elves
did
and
that at the
everything.
beginning of the monster manual, but it wasn't obvious enough for people, so they reprinted
Yeah,
and
so
made
that
it more obvious for people. It says it
yeah,
right at the
no, I
beginning. It says it right at the beginning when it explains alignment. It's like, these are general guidelines of like what's to be
yeah,
expected, but you don't have to run them this way if you don't want. This is just to help you give you a DM an idea of how to run the monster in a role-playing sense.
right. And yeah, I mean they are classifying them as legacy content. However,
Mhm.
Xanathar's is not legacy content.
Yeah.
It is still 100% because it has all the
Still
classes and
canon.
everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still totally canon, and that's so rad. God, they need to have able. I'm putting $5 on it, 5 American, not Canadian. That between you and me, that a
Mhm.
beholder, not necessarily Xanathar, but and it could just be a gentle person's bet because we both know the beholder is going to show up.
So
But
Beholder's totally gonna be there.
I firmly believe a beholder will be referenced, part of, or visible somewhere, like not in the background, but fucking beholder may or may not attack the party, but there will be a beholder very visible and part of like a very small scene, maybe because of that statue in everything in that experience references
Yeah.
everything references the movie, because during the experience of Black Dragon attacks and blows acid at the tavern
I would
and
not
all
be
that.
surprised if we do not see Xanathar, but we do see Xanathar's goldfish.
Yeah, I mean there will be a beholder somewhere,
Yeah.
whether it's floating in the background of Gracklestug or no, probably no, it won't be there, but there is 100%
There will be a
going to
beholder
be.
somewhere. Will there
it
be
will
mind
be in there.
flayers? Will we see mind flayers?
I don't think so. I don't think they'll.
I don't
there
think
will
we'll see
be
them
mind
directly,
flayers.
not yet. Maybe in the next
Not
movie.
yet, because they're opening up the Underdark with this movie because they're
Yep.
going to the North Dark. They're going to
I
be,
still don't think, I'm not convinced that's Menzo Baranzan, but the Duragar city, yeah, that's what I would think.
Yeah, I think instead of Menzo Baranzan, it is well, it has to be. They have to go to Gracklestug because
Yeah.
that's.
I just
is
think like
fucking
just the
Pembershot.
amount of like red, like there was a lot of like the organic light, but the red there looked like forging stuff, and that would be
Yeah,
that's the dragon's like regional effect showing through.
Yeah, and yeah, I think that is. I think you're right, because at first it's just the arcs and all that. It immediately
Menzo
echoed.
Baranzan, yeah.
Yeah, just like that was the first thing, and I'm like, Menzo Baranzan, and then like, holy fuck, those are drow. But now looking at it more, either those are Shatterkai or some sort of guardian, like the keepers.
They could
of
be
Flame,
humans, yeah.
They could be enthralled humans from the Durgar or something like that.
Yeah.
Who knows? Or they're fucking around with us, and just like Marvel does, they're altering the VFX of the trailer, and then all of a sudden it will be the Paladin against a bunch of fucking drow. Or
That
Durgar.
could be, yeah.
Who knows?
I do like the idea that Shatterkai are returning to being humans rather than being elves, because I like the Shatterkai as humans. And there's also enough fucking different kinds of elves.
Yeah. Oh,
can we just like, can we get like another human variant? That would be cool. And the Shatterkai in 4th edition were humans, and they were all tattooed up, and they had the dark under their eyes, and they had piercings all over the place, and because they lived in the Shadowfell, and they were like, it's depressing here, so they were all about doing like extreme shit. So they were all like, they were 80s extreme all the time, because that's the only way they could keep themselves from getting like hyper depressed. They live in the Shadowfell.
Yeah, they're just I mean that would be rad, because I can't think of anyone else they can be.
I think they're
'Cause
either
they're not-
Shatterkai or humans of a specific sect that may or may not already exist. They might be exclusive.
Yeah, it could be a new thing. So,
What about
'cause-
they're tattooed? What if they're blood hunters? They're part of a blood
No,
hunter
'cause-
sect.
no, because that's too much Exandria.
Yeah, but Exandria's they
Yeah,
did
I don't-
officially acknowledge Exandria as wizards. Like wizards acknowledged them.
They're
their own
yeah.
book.
So with Wildmount, yeah, but
Mhm.
Taldore, no. Taldore is not a wizard's
What
book.
about with
That
the
is a
update?
CR book.
Because they updated Taldore.
They updated Taldore, but it's not a source on Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Let me double check. I've got a tab. Okay, here we go. Source books. Do.
It might be their way of introducing them into the canon.
Maybe. Yeah, Explorer's Guide to Wildmount is the only CR source book for D&D Beyond, because Taldore Reborn is Critical Role publications only, Darrington Press.
Let's check out
Yeah.
Wildmount, shall we?
Yeah, I don't think there's
Also,
anything in
the map back here is cool as hell.
so good. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna pull.
If they're pulling the Horn of Orcus, that's already a pretty big draw to Critical Role if they pull that.
Yeah, because fucking Vecna gets his hand on it level Orcus. So I don't know.
I don't think it's
could see
Vecna.
that.
There's too much Vecna shit. It's not Vecna.
No, it's at 100%. I will publicly say I am dumb and I got it wrong if that is not Zostom and the Red Wizards of Thay, because that is 100% the fucking Lich Necromancer of fucking Faemount and the Red Wizards of Thay, without a doubt.
Yeah, believe it or not, you
100%.
don't have to fight gods all the time. There's
Right,
there's other liches.
Right. I mean, if you want to really know about Zostom, read the the Forgotten Realms Rogue series of novels. The second book? Third book.
All tangled. There we go.
I don't remember. It's one or the other.
There's so much supplement in this. This is like when I watched Calamity and I watched the first 20 minutes and I was like, is that Asmodeus? Did we just get Exandria's Asmodeus? I'm gonna flip out. I love Asmodeus. He's my favorite.
Yeah, and they did.
And it was Asmodeus.
Funny. I just looked at one of my dice bags. This one?
Yeah.
The name of the book I'm thinking of is called The Crimson Gold.
There you go.
Yeah, they talk entirely about Zostom and the Red Wizards of Thay and Mr. Creepy Lich Boy, and it's a great fucking series. And yeah, that has to 100%. It's fucking Zostom, and it is the Red Wizards of Thay, and it is the evil necromancy lich dude, and they're making a push onto fucking Waterdeep.
Yo, dog, I heard you
they've been
wanted
wanting to do forever.
spoilers. We spoiled this whole movie for you in this one video.
I know, right?
We figured out everything. We know the whole plot.
And
to be fair, they tell us the plot. We stole the right thing for the wrong person. And now we gotta fix it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the three of them there.
Yeah. I totally see this happening. And I think that's fucking rad.
I'm just looking forward to seeing who's gonna pop up. Who are we gonna see that's no named characters?
Yeah. Yeah.
And will we recognize them?
I can't wait. There's going to be a shit ton of the immediately when the movie comes out, within 6 hours, there's going to be fucking every conceivable channel is going to be doing Easter eggs and things that you might have missed.
And it's going to be the most obvious shit ever, and everybody's be like,
that
cup has on the bottom of it is shaped like the flat of a D20. Shut the fuck up.
Right. Yeah. No, it's going to be random shit like that. and I mean, they're already doing it. There's like other reaction channels doing the they did the poster breakdowns, and they're like, these are the character classes, and we figured that out by the symbols next to there. It's like anybody.
Obvious. Thanks.
Yeah, it's clickbaity, but I don't know. It's just
there's people who don't know.
That's but that's why I like shit like this, because like it's two nerds that are nerding the fuck out about Forgotten Realms and pointing all this shit out, going, dude, we could totally go here. And yeah, I like, it's like it's more of a deep dive than a thing. And
this isn't a clickbait. We're not telling you we know one thing or the other about the actual plot. We're just telling you we know what that thing is. We know what that spell is. We know that's definitely not a fireball, because you're dumb if you think that. If you think that's a fireball and you argued that was a fireball, read the spell, god damn it.
Right. Wizards of the Coast will not fuck up like that. There is a reason why the druid is turning into an owlbear, and it will be discussed, and it will come out. The thing is, everybody's saying, that can't be done. The movie doesn't come out until fucking March. It's currently July. Do you know how much time that is to drop a supplement or go, hey, by the way, owlbears are now beasts. Ta-da!
Hey, by the way, here's a circle of monstrosity. Right.
The thing I thought would be the funniest fucking thing, because they have mentioned that a person or people from other known actual plays, including Critical Role, will be making an appearance in the movie somehow. It could be voice actor, it could be something like that. My thought that would be the funniest fucking thing would be that the druid wild shapes into an owlbear, and there's a hard cut, and it is the Critical Role cast sitting in like a fucking kitchen playing D&D, and Marisha Ray has this incredulous look on her face as Matt Mercer is like, wild shaping into an owlbear? Yeah, I'll allow it. And she just goes, what? You never let me do this. It's like, fuck it. I think they should be beasts. And then it immediately goes back, or no, they say that, and then they all turn to the camera. And then it immediately cuts back into the action of owlbear going munchy. I think that would be the funniest fucking thing. They won't do that.
It would be interesting if there's like a Critical Role. Oh my god, that's the end credits. Like at the end of the end credits, we get the Critical Role. Wow, what a great session, guys. That was a lot of fun.
Right. I mean, that's begging for it to happen.
Yeah.
Like what if it's Chris Pine and Michelle Rodriguez and Sophia? What if it's all of them sitting around a table and Hugh Grant is the DM, and then that's the cold open, and then it rolls into fucking Rime of the Frost Maiden and Revel's End and fucking Icewind Dale and then all that, and then at the end it's like, wow, god damn, cool. So same time next week,
and Stephen Colbert is there.
Right, exactly. Just something like that. If they do a quick homage of, like, to actually make it that
acknowledging the online world,
yeah, but not just that, acknowledging the tabletop aspect of it, and having a post-credit scene of all of the actors playing D&D.
Yeah.
And saying like, okay, so Edgin's going to do this, and then okay, roll, and you figure out that you've literally just watched a 2-hour actual play, or multiple sessions of a campaign, online or anything like that.
And then they give you a book that's like, do you want to play this game?
Ta-da! Here's the adventure, Honor Among Thieves. Yeah, it's I can see that. If you go like watch, it's gonna be like Paramount Productions presents Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. The first 400 people going to the AMC at blah 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 gets a free copy of the Honor Among Thieves supplement coming out in February from Wizards of the Coast. That kind of thing. I can 100% see that in a fucking heartbeat.
Yeah.
And it's like they're printing money at this point.
Oh yeah.
Releasing online PDFs is free, and maybe the first 300 people that go to theaters will get something cool. I mean, who knows? There's so much shit they can do.
If they put there's going to be a dice set. Why would there not be a dice set?
The Whiz Kids. It's going to be the Whiz Kids Honor Among Thieves miniature set.
Miniature set. Yeah.
Yep.
Set of minis, set of maps, set of boards.
I mean, yeah, it's going to be a supplement. You're going to get stats.
It'll be a box.
Each one
oh my god, Honor Among Thieves box set.
The box set.
It's going to be a fucking box. Motherfuckers, it's going to be a box set. It's going to be a box set with all the, like, here, this is everything you need to play D&D, and it comes with the Honor Among Thieves kit, like,
characters. You get their classes.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, yeah, this could be it's a new recolor of the basic set.
Yeah, it's the red box. It's the red box all over again.
Yeah. Oh, no, what do they call it in 5th edition? The starter kit.
The starter kit. But the starter kit doesn't... no, it does. It does. It's got the tokens. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, so this is like, watch it be the recolor of the starter kit.
Oh.
So hopefully this doesn't get copyrights. You're recording outside of YouTube, right?
I have a thing that grabs it, yeah.
Cool, because with the snippets of Led Zeppelin, this may get copy struck. But in order to reference it and see how fucking close we get in March.
All right, you guys watching, note it down. You know what we said. Get it. See if we're right. Also, leave a comment if we missed anything. If you've got a theory.
Please do.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, because we can only nerd out so hard.
There's only two of us.
Yeah, and not get sidetracked and everything and go off on a chunky red dragon for 20 minutes. But
talking about edging the bard.
And edging the bard. God, if that is not
Sam Riegel came up with that name.
It had to have been. It's like, if that is not the trope of the sexy bard, edging the bard.
Played by Chris Pine.
I know, right. It's just like...
I think they'll do a good job of keeping him classy, though, because that's something that people mistake. They'll play the horny bard, but they'll play him as like a chauvinistic, like he'll be gross.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's going to happen in this movie. I think that's what people do a lot, but I don't.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Well, yeah, because the bard
keep him classy.
Yeah, the bards always want to sleep with everything, and they want to sleep with everything that's a tiefling even more. And tieflings do too. That's the the D&D trope. But I could totally see him, especially that little scene at the end where the druid is like, okay, so you make plans that fail, and he completely fumbles it. I think he's going to play. He's the himbo bard.
He's the himbo bard.
He's 100% the himbo bard. He is the morally ambiguous comic relief.
And he's the face of the party without being the leader.
Right. Absolutely. And so, but that's why he has the turn, which is probably in the 3rd act, meeting the Harpers, getting the pin, going to kick some ass. He has the turn because it's like, okay, it's time to stop fucking around.
Things are serious.
And go fix the shit that we fucked up.
Yeah. And you've got the moral compass, which is going to be the sorcerer. And then, because I'm willing to bet the initial 3, that the original party is going to start off with 3. It's going to be the bard, who's potentially multi-class into rogue by the end of the series or the end of the movie. The barbarian, and the sorcerer. The barbarian is the muscle and is like, I don't really care. We're doing whatever we're doing. I'm going to smash some heads. That's what I do. The bard, who's like, thinks he's better than he is. Like, he thinks he's smarter than he is, and he thinks he's getting away with shit, which is what gets them in trouble all the time. And the sorcerer, who's like, I don't know, guys. Can't we just do something good for once? Oh no, we've messed everything up. What are we going to do?
Right.
And then they're going to meet the tiefling, who is like the tiefling barbarian, who they're going to think, and who is initially going to come across as like maiden in distress, needs help. Yeah. And then she's going to turn into a fucking owlbear.
Yeah, badass druid.
And then she's going to out-talk the bard, and she's going to be the one who's actually coming up with the plans of what to do and how to do it, and he's going to be the face of the party, being like, I'll talk to them. I'll cover it, and then he'll come into his own eventually, and they all come into their own and become better versions of what they started as.
Right. Yeah, it's a perfect hero's journey.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. The first three members of the party are going to be sorcerer, bard, barbarian. I think it's rad starting bard and barbarian because you have that is a con man team right there.
Oh yeah.
You've got you have the con man and you have their bodyguard backup tank.
Yeah. It's a slight variation of the rogue and the bard and why you never leave those two alone at the same time.
Right. It's like the bard sets up the plans and mostly gets them done and then fucks up and the barbarian gets them out.
Yep.
And then the sorcerer is kind of like the occasional hanger on of figuring out if there's magic shit. Maybe he's the fence, something. And then they're going to get involved in bad thing and go fix what they did. And yeah. And then along the way, meet the paladin and the druid.
Yeah. I think they'll meet the druid and then they'll meet the paladin last.
Yeah. But the paladin's not in the Waterdeep combat scene.
Which one?
When the Red Wizard of Thay Misty Steps and all of that.
That's right.
He's not in that
so
scene.
I'm kind of thinking that scene either takes place in the city or takes place just outside the Colosseum. Because they have to go to the Underdark to get the item.
Yeah.
Which means the wizards have to show up as a threat before they know they need to go and get that item. So I think they show up, there's a fight scene, then they go to the Undercity.
Okay.
And they meet him between point A and point B of going to the Undercity. They're like, you can't just go to the Undercity. What do you have? What are you? None of you wear armor.
Right. Huh. Yeah.
Particularly if it's something like of Bahamut.
Yeah, and I haven't seen the paladin in the... you don't see him in the background of when Chris Pratt is in armor mode and and Harper Pen.
Yeah.
I wonder... I wonder if the paladin is a flashback sequence and the helm is what they steal first.
I don't know. They do say we're sure glad he's on our side at one point.
Yeah, maybe that's what happens first. And that's the item. No, I don't know. No, because it seems that the
druid,
the red wizards get the horn.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out because they always they show that plaza 4 different times in the trailer and they're walking in it, then they're fighting in it, then they're walking through it again, then it's destroyed. I mean, who the fuck knows when it takes place? But we do know that Act 3 is Harper's let's go kick some ass. But whose ass are they kicking? Right. Is the thing. I don't know. It's gonna be fun because it's March and there will be additional trailers and TV spots and all of that.
I think Oath of Vengeance Paladin though. Yeah,
I totally think Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
Oath of Vengeance Paladin
smites the living fuck out of the dragon.
I didn't see a warlock. I didn't see anything that I thought was a warlock at the very least. Unless that guy was casting Eldritch Blast and it was just a blue Eldritch Blast and he's actually a warlock, not a sorcerer. But I think he's a sorcerer.
No, he is a sorcerer. It was the little
he's got the logo, right.
I think the warlock is the creepy lady that's doing Witch Bolt and the horn, the creepy red horn.
Yeah, warlock of potentially Orcus.
Warlock of Orcus, maybe packed with Zaz-Tom, and she's she's packed of something.
He's powerful enough.
Oh yeah. Oh please, yeah. A lich can be a patron in a heartbeat.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I mean, there's
Dragon or not? I don't think he's a dragon sorcerer.
No.
He might be a dragon sorcerer, and that's why he's able to use the helmet to awaken all the dragons.
Oh, that would be wild. That's an interesting.
Maybe if that's the case, definitely not wild magic.
Right.
No way that's wild magic.
No.
Let's see.
I haven't even thought of subclasses. Yeah.
Yeah. Divine Soul? Maybe? Shadow magic?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
No.
Storm?
Maybe. Without a doubt, Chris Pine is College of Eloquence.
Valor?
Yeah. No, Eloquence. No, he's a talker.
Oh.
He's 100% a fucking talker.
Well, he's not.
Yeah,
he's definitely not. Well, I don't think he's a whisper bard. You don't think he's a whisper bard, right?
No. I think he's eloquence. He's
Glamour.
a talker. He's fucking no. He's all silver tongue and unsettling words and all that.
Yeah.
No, he's not even close to fucking glamour in the Feywild and all that.
And not
absolutely
not
creation.
swords. He's hitting people with a
not
lute.
swords, not spirits, not valor, not whispers,
not
no
lore.
way lore.
Not smart enough.
No. Yeah, because college creation is dragonborn because it's all Tiamat and fucking Bahamut and all that. Sorcerer, I could see. I could see fucking
Draconic or
divine
storm
soul
or divine.
I think divine soul.
Yeah, because he's gonna be the heart of the party. He's gonna be the moral one. And he's going to be able to use his divine soul magic to reach out to Bahamut and be like, please, God of protection, protect us.
What if a divine soul sorcerer finds the paladin?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, or watch Aberrant Mind, and it's Xanathar.
Oh.
I mean that would be amazing.
There's a lot of players in Waterdeep, so it could be.
Oh yeah.
There's so much politics in Waterdeep.
Yeah, and it's either Path of the Zealot or Path of the Berserker.
Yeah.
For Michelle Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Because not Storm Herald, not Beast, not can't be Battle Rager because that's Dwarven only.
Not Tome.
Not Totem Warrior, not Wild Magic, not Ancestral Guardian.
No way.
No, so it's either
the most barbarian you could be, the ragey one.
It's Zealot or Berserker.
Berserker.
It's just like, and probably Berserker. It's like I'm going to rage, and then I'm going to rage harder,
and I'm going to rage through your magic.
Right. Whoa, that would be weird. What if it is Divine Soul Sorcerer, Zealot, Barbarian?
They're all Bahamut.
Yeah,
they're all heroes of Bahamut at the end.
That would be wild.
That would be cool.
I mean, that would be a long-standing. That would be a rad campaign, long-standing thread through the thing.
Yeah.
Because there's for Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, like dragons are prevalent, but there's a whole lot of dragon in this.
Yeah,
they could have very easily. Yeah, they could have very easily just done swamp, black dragon, fucking problems. But there's like black dragon, and then there's fucking Thermashod, and then there's a stone guardian, possibly gold dragon, possibly aspect of Aranax. It's like your dragon has gone up to 3. And for fuck's sake, there will absolutely be Dragonborn. There will be an Aarakocra or a Kenkus somewhere in the background. You're going to have orcs. You're going to have dwarves. You're going to have halflings.
I do like that we're not seeing orcs as like the main bad guys, because we see that a lot in fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Movies,
yeah. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, and I think...
the Warcraft movie?
Yeah. Again, something that didn't actually exist, and it was a chemical test by the U.S. government. So when you play it on CD, the laser is actually burning off the chemical, and it comes out of your DVD player in a series of flashing lights, and then you've assassinated a member of a small country. And like the same with watching it on like streaming and all that. It's just these movies truly didn't. It's like Highlander 2. It never happened. It's not a real movie. It never. And like the first G.I. Joe film, not the animated one, but the shitty one.
The one with the Rock?
No, the one with the Rock was actually halfway decent. It was the Rise of Cobra, or the other one where it was like, they were in the jumpy suits and they destroyed Paris, and the fucking Baroness was his ex-wife, kind of dumb shit. Or the entire Bayformers universe. Those are all government experiments with nerve gas.
So I think this movie is going to be good. For one,
I think it's
it looks good. And my main thought about this is that this movie seems to me like it is actually movie about Dungeons and like it's a movie that is steeped in Dungeons and Dragons lore, but it's trying to be a good movie, not just be like we're just using the Dungeons and Dragons name to get nerds in seats.
Oh, you mean like the first 3 or 4 movies that came? Yeah. Absolutely. This is a game.
This is a fan game. This is a fan movie. This is a game made for people who play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, you are watching this movie is a truncated campaign.
Yes.
It's not a one shot. You were seeing a series of games, probably over a year, shoved into a 2 hour movie.
This is like running Storm King's Thunder or running Horde of the Dragon Queen. You're going from level 1 to level 5.
Yeah, absolutely. It
might be going level 5 to level 10 in this.
Yeah, but that's the rad thing. Unlike the other movies where it's like, well, the first one with Jeremy Irons was god awful. God, but he chews so much scenery so beautifully. It's just like the way he's just like now there will be a dragon fight. It's just like it's fucking awesome. Anyway, wow, my voice just went to hell on that one. I like the fact that it feels like you were watching the best production actual play ever.
It is a cinematic, like if you watch somebody play Dungeons and Dragons and then you took what they did and you were to cinemize it, you make it a movie. This is what we're looking at. This is somebody's D&D campaign.
Yeah, this is a audio podcast and your imagination listening to somebody play a campaign.
Yeah,
and it's fucking rad.
This is gonna be so good.
I'm really stoked about this. I haven't been this stoked about a movie in a long time.
Yeah,
and like I didn't bother to go see fucking Multiverse of Madness or No Way Home or even Love and Thunder in theaters because I'm just like, I am 100% going to go see this at fucking IMAX.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those movies that you want to see on the big screen.
Yeah, like as big a screen as possible.
Don't demonetize me and copyright strike me. I'm promoting your movie.
Right, exactly. I am going to attempt to get into the premiere, so don't if you see me, it's all cool. Paramount, Wizards, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You guys know me. It's the Jersey guy. But yeah, I am thoroughly looking forward to this, and I'm just laughing stupid at all the people that are already rules lawyering. The fucking thing doesn't come out until March. You have no idea what those spells were. Everybody we're doing just right now is conjecture, like we are.
Yep.
And there will be an errata. You know this.
Yep.
You'll have your precious rules as written. So sit down. Go back to eating your paint chips.
Have some patience.
Just stop. Yeah.
Have a sippy drink in the corner with some graham crackers.
Right. Stop gatekeeping and stop telling people you can't turn into an owlbear. Because you know what? Fuck you. I'm making an NPC for my players who will find them, who they'll find on Friday. And if any of you are watching, I'm giving away a spoiler for the game on Friday. They will meet a fucking druid, and I will have them wild shape into a fucking swamp owlbear just to piss people off.
What kind of owl part is like a sloth? Oh, what are those like mossy like sloth bears that are absolutely terrifying?
No, it's going to be the it'll be like kind of gross sloth bear meets what's that really big, not a great horned owl, but like the big kind of like face shielded
barn one? The barn owls?
No.
Those are terrifying.
No, not a barn owl. Just God, what is? It's the elf owls are not a great horn gray, not a I don't know. They just have a really fucked up face, and they're huge.
Big.
Maybe it is a great horned owl. I don't know, but it's.
Oh, are you okay? So there's the horned owls that have like the eyebrows. And then there's the ones that have like the cone faces.
I'm thinking the cone face.
Okay,
like the brown gray kind of. I'm really gonna. Great gray owl.
Great gray.
That's what I'm thinking. Gray owl. It's the ones that are like with the piercing yellow eyes and the black feathers that frame their head. That and a sloth bear.
Oh God!
Like
I hate it. It's terrifying.
Yeah, coming out of a swamp.
No, no.
And then wild shapes into a druid. Wild shapes into a lizard folk druid.
Ooh, very nice.
That lives in the swamp outside of the city of Deep Town. That's my druid. I've already have the backstory for them, and they will turn into a sloth bear gray owl, fucking owl bear, and y'all can suck it.
Well, pass me the link to that, and I'll add it to the description so that way people can follow it at the description down below.
Well, I will produce. I'll absolutely produce stats, but this is my home game. We don't broadcast it. This is my private game that's been going on for 2 years.
Very cool.
Our 2-year anniversary is August 5th, and 2 of our players are getting married. Not the characters, they're players. 2 of our players are getting married, which is fucking... They met before the game, but they're getting player, and the entire party, at least most of the entire party, is coming to LA for the wedding.
Yay!
It's kind of fucking rad. Yeah. And we're hoping to actually play our first in-person game at DragonCon this year. By the way, awesome. Are you going to DragonCon? And if you're not, why?
I'm in Canada and poor.
Okay.
So maybe. So maybe. I haven't bought tickets.
Because Ontario to Atlanta is kind of quick.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty close.
And you know someone that is a guest of the convention and is a speaker in the science track who could probably get you a ticket or add you to the guest list. Only problem would be hotels because they're like, dear God, expensive as fuck. But I can look into it if you're
serious. Yeah. Oh, actually, absolutely. Yeah, well, we can talk about this more.
Because DragonCon is basically nerd prom.
I have one last question before we get out of here.
Uh-oh.
Is an owl bear a dinosaur?
Technically, kind of.
Yes, but also no.
It probably goes all the way back to like a Roshian or something like that. Like it is. So owl bears are not monstrosities. They are beasts. And I have now made it canon, at least in my world, that they are throwbacks to the reptile mammal transition. Because cladistically, birds are dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are reptiles. Birds are cladistically reptiles. Bears are cladistically mammals. Well, they're also class mammalia. But so the reptile mammal transition with like early synapsids, that's where the owlbear came from. Their lineage goes back millions of years, and you heard it here first. Their owlbears are therapsids.
There you go. Now we know.
Throw it out there.
Anybody who's questioning this in the future, go fuck yourselves.
They are So they're they're basically cynodonts. Some reptile mammal transition animals. So
all right. Thanks everybody for joining us. I hope you learned something and got something valuable out of this. I hope you go see the movie, and if you see the movie, let me know how it is and what you thought of it, and comment down below anything you think we missed or any theories you have about what's going on in this movie and where we are and who we're going to see. I want to know who people think what NPCs that are from Forgotten Realms and from the books do you guys think we're going to see?
Yeah, and pull from
there's
Neverwinter,
a whole magic tower.
Fucking 10 towns.
There's a whole magic tower. They're sneaking in.
Broken Tower of Nethril.
Yeah,
shit.
They're sneaking in. They've got the Harper things, and they're sneaking into that whole tower looking thing.
Oh God.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. See you guys next time.
Bye, everybody.